Hello, everybody, and welcome to Pot Squatch Growers. I'm still feeling rather under the weather, and man, some of the coughing fits I had has been bad. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like I'm dying, but I figured, fuck it. I was actually filming an update video for you. There's still a little end clip I kind of want to shoot for that before I upload it, so I'll do that after the live stream. But you know what? I figured, hell, let's bring a little live stream and say what's up. What's up, Zeke Roderick? You are first, I believe. What's up, Willie Glassy? How you doing? Oh, I'm doing well, just chilling. Feeling a little sick still, but working on it. As you can see, some of the background there, that's some of the first products for the store. The grinders and the shirts are in, my friend. So I'm working on setting up the Shopify. It is proving a little bit harder than I thought it would be. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's say hi to everybody here. What's up, Indio Kush? What's up, Romines? What's up, James Ross, Charles Hankins, Castle Sheriff, Derek Richards, White Feather Grow? What's up, Charles Hankins, Michael Montgomery, Charles Hankins I think you meant left my ass off. Willie Glassy, Charles Hankins, Renee Legault. What's up, Renee? How's it going? Hello, Pot Squatch. What's up, Fly Fisher One? Lawrence McFadden. What's up? David Martin. What's cracking? Oh, I'm good. I just been working on the plants in there. I've been pretty sick the last couple of days, so it's kind of made it a little shitty existing. But I'm still going and pushing things up. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Ozzy Big Buds? I was working on the plants a little bit just now. Having a little drink. Taking a break from the fact that it was kind of hard to figure out how to do Shopify. Sitting on an online store and trying to use their user interface is proving to be a little bit tricky. And I'll figure it out, though. What's up, Grokotsky? There we go. What's up, Gromies, homies? What's up, Adam Squatch? How you doing, baby? A second up here. I'm just making sure I haven't missed anyone's messages there. All right, there we go. I think I'm good. But the store launches soon, especially once we gonna hit a light update. Oh, fuck yeah. Derek Richards, I actually have one for you from this morning, so good question. Great meeting with Soul Strip. Things are basically we're all about to launch. The landing page for the Pot Squatch lies the double squatch, the little squatch, and the big squatch. Should be up, I'm hoping, early next week to mid next week. So that's pretty exciting. I'm very stoked about that. Yeah. So it should be good to go. We should be receiving our lights from the factory so we can kind of, very close on launch, be installing them ourselves. We'll take down the HLGs, baby, and we're going to put up the double squatches. Because, well, for one, our lights, Soul Strips, and Pot Squatch lights blow the par tests out of the water for the HLG 550 V2. So it's very exciting. So we're going to put those up and see how the wee titties like them. I'm stoked. I'm sorry if I seem a little tired. I've just been coughing my ass off all day, so. Hell yeah, sounds good, Ozzy Big Buds. One second, ever. Cthulhu 2.0. Hello, do you have an image of the Family Guy character Quagmire? I know this seems weird, but my friends dared me to keep asking streamers for an image of him. Please, it's been 8 hours. Well, I don't have an image of him unless I were to maybe pull it up on the Netflix there. But the fact of the matter is, the last thing I need to is someone trying to come fuck with me and saying I'm ripping off an image on there. So I'm going to be careful on that one. And so the Quagmire giggity is in my heart, though. You should go live every once in a while and have a little smoke session where you just talk about whatever's on your mind. You're a cool dude. Well, thank you, Willie Lassie. We could definitely do that. I've been toying with the idea because obviously we're going to be launching the cooking show on the channel very soon. I'm very excited about that. I was a baker. I was technically a head chef for a 300-plus seating capacity restaurant. I'm not classically trained or anything. My parents taught me to cook, and then after I came back from that first failed marriage, it was kind of the job I found. And it just kind of went from there. But, we're going to be teaching you how to cook with cannabis. If there's anything that anyone would like us to cook or has always been curious about, feel free to message us about that as well. because I'm pretty stoked about that. Hell yeah, David Martin. I've got one of the grinders right here. I've been using it and smoking the weed that comes out of it. Uh, Shirts are in. Hats should be here any day now, and I believe the rolling papers might be another week, but they'll be here soon. Oh, I know Aussie Big Butts. I figured that out eventually. It just took me a while. What's up, JC Will? How you doing? Like on a live stream? No, I wouldn't do that on a live stream just because it takes too fucking long. So I would probably do, like I do bubble run videos and I like releasing those. I'm definitely on board with doing that, man. What's up, Heckler 420? How you doing? It's all good, Cthulhu 2.0, rock and roll. I hope you have a good one, my friend. Oh, no worries, Aaron Spurlock. Happy to help. It's part of why I do what I do. Hashtag boom. David Martin, I'm not really. There are certain people there that I love, and certain people that, after certain things, I'm just not going to work with. So I told them I'm happy to be an on-call auxiliary for emergencies, but don't put me on the schedule anymore. So I am getting the store going and doing things. I thought I had another job, and I was going to go to do that. Working as a bouncer doorman at this sort of lounge slash bowling alley. It was pretty cool, actually. And bartending one day a week there as well. But then I've realized that the bus that I thought went out there. Hey, leave the cat alone. One second, I think the dogs are bullying the cat. But I realized the bus that I thought went out there does not, in fact, go out there. Because simply put, it only runs Monday to Friday. And I was like, fuck. So that'll work for one day, and that's it. And so I had to call them and say, currently, right now, I didn't realize that bus doesn't run weekends, so it's not really feasible for me to work here. We've got one vehicle, and the wife already works these nights, so I'm sorry, but we got to move on. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. I'm figuring it out. I'll find something. Fuck yeah, Keef and Chief. I love ribs, man. Pork fat rules. Hashtag boom. You have to come cook me ribs sometimes. I'll get you baked, and then we can eat ribs. I like ribs. Gromies homies. The second I figure out how to finish setting up our store technically is up. There are no products on it because I've got to figure out how do I set it up automatically for like the shipping and stuff and like, you know what I mean, the different sizes of parcels and this or that. There's just a lot I'm trying to figure out, to be completely honest. Setting up an online store, even though they supposedly it's a simply easy, simply to fuck, I'm a little sick. Simple to use interface. There we go. Let's go with that. I'm finding it rather tricky to exactly figure it out. Not like I'm not understanding what I'm seeing, but it's just like, for example, the thing that's really getting to my head is trying to figure out the shipping on that stupid thing. I'm hoping I get it up in a couple of days. Like I've already started. I've already paid for the subscription to Shopify. I've already got the website, the story thingy going. I'm just right now tweaking on how the hell to make this stupid online store work. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. Michael Montgomery, my lights will be here in the next week from the factory. So I will show you the lights once they're here, my friend. Oh, fuck yeah. SoCal Grow Pro. The hats are pretty cool because I've always enjoyed trucker hats. I am Canadian, right? So we got classic black because I like classic black. So it's classic black trucker hat. And it's got the Podsquatch Growers logo on the front. They're looking pretty sexy. I'm pretty excited. As you can hear, I'm sure you can hear my lungs a little bit. I'm a little thick right now, but doing my best. Doing well. I haven't got a live stream in forever. I know, Heckler 420. I haven't seen you in a long time either. The store's launching almost. Like the store's being built. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just not. To be honest, Charles Hankins, I am drinking grain alcohol with ginger ale and frozen blueberries that are local, organic, unsprayed blueberries. Because I'm sick. So I'm trying to, that seemed like a good drink to go with. I'm just playing catch up, everybody. One second. Yeah, I think the dogs were trying to fight the cat through the door. It's funny. Oh, thank you, David Martin. That's very sweet. I really appreciate that. Yes, I do, JC. Well, I definitely do. Let me see if I can remember all of them. I know the double squatch is 600 USD because our partner company's out of California. So that's just it's the pricings are in that. Um, the big squatch, I believe, is 320 bucks. Ah, fuck. What's the little squatch cost though? Two hundo something. Is it 220? 240? I don't know. I gotta double check what the little squatch costs. Roughly 200 something bucks. But yeah. Charles Hankins, I could totally make a lasagna with weed. We can make it, and part of the fun thing with doing different recipes and larger recipes and kind of like whole meals, I mean, is if you're brave, you can infuse like your food in like 1,001 ways, and then you get higher and shit. Yo, what's up, Pilgor 420J? Long time no see, baby. Good to see you. I can read it, Aussie Big Buds. Don't worry about it, man. People can like it if they want to. It's all right. I'm easy going, man. Damn, son, that sounds awesome, Keith and Chief. Bring on the ribs, man. Oh. Hello, Allison Williams. How are you, good lady? Shit, Jason Ram. That's a compliment as far as I'm concerned. Nice one. Do my voice when you're high. It's like a part of me that's there with you. Peace out, Felicia Casper, Skippy Libby. Keep it sexy. Much love back at you, baby. Dude, see, that's the thing. Bobby Flay is an arrogant little prick. I do enjoy watching him cook at competition or on competition shows, and I do enjoy his arrogant prickness because sometimes I can be a bit of a prick too. So it's fun, but he's also an arrogant prick. So I love it when he loses. So that's awesome. Congratulations, Keith and Chief. I respect the fuck out of that. Oh, I'm happy you're here too, Allison Williams. Much love, baby. Hashtag boom. That's right, Zeke. One second, everybody. I'm trying to. That's right. Sweat it out with some grain liquor. What's up, Liam Killia? How you doing? I'm doing well, my friend. Ah, shit. Miss Pot Squatch on the live stream. Work's boring. Honey, can I wire you money and you can bring me home beer? I'll send you some money right now. If you're still there, well, listening to this. Everyone, Dottie Davis, my wife. All right. I don't know if I'm playing catch up or like, how far behind am I? Jesus Christ. One second, everybody. I'm trying. Well, how much are your lights? I did say Charles Higgins, but I can reiterate the double squatch is 600 USD. The big squatch, I think, is 320. And it's like 200 something for the little squatch. I just got to double check because I don't quite remember for the little squatch off the top of my head. It's all in my shit, man. Oh, hell yeah. David Martin, don't worry. One, you're from Hamilton. My mom grew up in Hamilton, Ontario. So I got a personal thing. I gotta help you then, right? So don't worry, David Martin. We're gonna help you figure out your license, and we're gonna help you get things going. If you're going with a large scale like that, if it's a 90 gram ACMPR license, that's a very big license. You're gonna need a lot of double squatches, and we'll talk about that. Yes, you are correct, Adam Squatch. Ah. If you eat the weed, will flies get high off eating your poop? Asking for a friend for your information. Well, it depends on how much of the THC has been broken down in terms of your shit from the enzymes that'll break down cannabinoids within your brain and body. So um, there might be enough THC technically in poop to get something high. Um, if you eat it too, where it's not being absorbed through being attached to a fat molecule and you're just ingesting it, it's not going into your bloodstream. It's just more passing through your shit a lot. So yeah, that would be a high content cannabinoid shit. But to tell you the truth, I don't think that a housefly gets high, but maybe it does. Maybe those cannabinoids would have an effect on a fly's brain. I just don't know. I just don't know. You'd have to ask what do you call an insect person? It's not an entomologist, is it? I don't think it is. It's got to be something else. Talk to an insect person. Thank you, honey. I love you. I'll send you money. Tell me how much it costs. I will wire you money when I'm done the live stream. This is great. I'm ordering beer through a live stream. This is awesome. David Martin, anyone can grow like me. Anyone can get to being a proficient grower. It just takes time, patience, and learning and having fun with it, baby. Castle Shave, email me. I'll send you a par diagram of our double squatches. I got one for the double squatches because go big or home. I love the big ones. So send me an email, potsquatch420@gmail.com, and I'll send you that par chart for the lights. I'm pretty stoked. Where's Miss Press? I didn't see Miss Press. Where's Miss Press? Oh, hi, Miss Press. We love you too. Liam killed ya. Ha ha ha. I would bring beer, but I'm in Cowtown. Yeah, that'd be a bit, wouldn't it? Alberta for life. What's up, Buffalo? Chip Grab. Midnight Grower. What up, everyone? How you doing, Pasquatch? I'm all right. I'm sick, but I'm good. I don't feel great, but I'm doing all right. One second here. Okay, everyone. I'm trying to play. I'm gonna try to go a little faster here and catch up to the live part of this. Keith in Chief. Yeah, you should be fine. You'd totally be fine. Oh yeah, you'll be fine with a little squatch in there, bud. Okay, one second. What's up, Corey Blasky? I gotta catch up, motherfucking. Come on, man. I can read faster, Pot Squatch. Read faster. Are you doing stuff with the Trailer Park Boys? No, but I probably should. I mean, I don't know how to get a hold of them, but that'd be pretty funny. Because I actually, right? I don't know. That'd be cool. We're both Canadians. Have you ever made weed coconut oil in a crock pot? Well, yeah. I made it in a pot. I made it in a crock pot. My buddy Caden Crooks, owner of District Records, actually just made a bunch in a crock pot, so totally fine. Just keep it on low. Don't take it too high because coconut oil can be finicky. So, one second. Wynwood, Oklahoma. I'm working on it, Oklahoma, but welcome in the house, Hizzy, Ken Newton of Oklahoma. Our lights will be available in Oklahoma too in a couple of days. 3 days to 7 days, sometime next week in the middle. I'm hoping that page will be up. So, and I'm gonna let you know when it's up. I just harvested my cream mandarin and still have 4 alien rift on week 1 of flower. The link will be up. I'm hoping by mid next week. We're just building that page as well, building the store, building the landing page for the co-page for me and Soul Strip, and then I'm actually going to try to build a website for the Pot Squatch growers as well. I don't know how to do that. Look at me. I can barely fucking set up the online store, and I'm getting right fucking confused. So, Aussie Big Buds, feel free to post your email then, I guess. Everyone, that's cool. I think that's fine. If it's a gift, and it's testers, and it's Canadian, so that's okay, I guess. Technically not against the law in any way, so. There's so many bong companies, DC, that I don't even know. My bong is from Dope Glass. I bought it because it was on sale, but it's normally 60 or 70 bucks, and I got it for, what did I pay for that shit? 45 maybe, so I was pretty happy with that. So, Heckler 420 hydroponics are definitely a very good feasible way to grow pot. It's a way to reduce the amount of space taken up instead of having to have giant super gallon pots with soil. But they can be very finicky. You gotta check them all the time. So it's just a lot of maintenance. So good and bad, like everything, pros and cons to it. Okay, one second here. Chip grab. Quick question about drying. Saw your Soaring in 911 episode. Room had some ambient light. Same boat during the day. Will that screw me? Same boat. Well, my light wasn't really things leaking in. That was the issue. My light was kind of subtle glows coming off the one light. And in the end, I discovered this way later, but for some weird reason, like, I think there's a ghost in my house because there was a garage door in there that still was all connected to power the motor, and the light kept turning on randomly. I didn't actually notice that until I was in there trimming recently the other day. And I was like, "Oh fuck me! Has that ghost been fucking with my shit my whole time?" Like, because it's not a wiring issue. I checked all the wiring, everything checks out, and it's completely random. So that's just weird. And sometimes, like, I've got LED strips here that are kind of like in the kitchen, and they'll randomly ask my wife. They will randomly turn themselves on. So like, there's ghosts and shit in this house, but they're not mean or anything. They're nice. But see, like, boo. Boo, boop, boop. Where's the controller on this one? There we go. Boo, right? These motherfuckers will turn themselves on all the time. So, um, if you ever have, and this is also kind of meant as a joke, but if you ever have a ghost fucking with your grow and you've got another random light that is turning on of its own accord and not your grow lights, well, take the bulb out and you'll be good. What's up, Yerba Buena Garden? How you doing? Allison Williams, you'll be able to buy one of our lights next week. Hashtag boom. Allison Williams, my email is potsquatch420@gmail.com. Doctor recommends Bud Light and Shish Beer. Right, Alberta? Whoop. I thought I stepped on a puppy, but it was actually just a tennis ball. Whew. I agree, but I gotta wait for the Bud Light to come, so I'm drinking green liquor instead. Yes, Liam Kildia, we will be shipping all over. So, for example, Liam Kildia, which country do you live in? Excuse me. One second here. What's up, Grow Prodigy? How you doing, baby? SoCal Grow Pro, they're available next week. We're literally building the landing page and shit right now. We doing questions tonight, Squatch? Yeah, you can ask questions. Always you can ask questions. Yeah, Keith in Chief. Potsquatch420@gmail.com is my company, and it started out just the email for this YouTube, but it's also now my company email as well. So more like fucking it, Liam Killian. That motherfucker making my shit herm out because he's jealous that my weed's better. I'm just joking. Excuse me. Nobody judge me because I am gonna go for a cigarette in a minute. What's up, Scotland? How you doing? Hey, Potsquatch, what is the name of you? Charles Hankins, are you asking what my actual name is? My actual first name is Joshua. I have done a lot of living soil stuff, and I love doing super soils and going super fucking organic and all that. But a lot of my recipes on shit cost a lot of money, and like, I am tighter than a fucking joke. I've been tight since I started this YouTube just because I'm a working class hero. And then trying to buy a little house, and then having the car you bought kill itself within a month, and then you had to go buy another car, and then trying to launch the store. So, I'm a little tight, but eventually I would like to release a lot of the living soil shit and all my super soils and organic shit and get all weird on it and make some teas and do a lot of fun things. We'll get there, my friend, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Grow Witch? How you doing, my friend? That's right. We're here giving you a live stream, making it sexy. As sexy as you can when you kind of thick, you sound thick. Like, I'm a lounge singer. Charles Hankins, I use Green Planet's 3-part system. I also use their ProCal. I use a bit of humic acid on this run I'm fucking around with from them. I am hoping to be carrying both Green Planet's products as well as we're going to get some Jake's all-in-one for sale in the store as well. What's up, everybody? It's weird being called Joshua. Most people don't even call me Josh, they call me Potsquatch. Even in real life. Hey man, I got a question. At what node do you think is best to start timing? I've been told by so many different things, and I feel like the 5th, 6th node is right. Um, There's no, again, like with most things to do with growing pot, there is no set exact rule, I think, about where you should grow. It's from what you see in terms of the plant. So it's like definitely at least wait till like 4 or 5. But I'm not like I just taught plants in the video that we haven't released yet. 'Cause got to film one more little part for it. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing a live stream. But like those are like this fucking tall, some of them that I just topped, right? I hadn't topped them until then. So, you know. Hell yeah, Grow Witch. I actually got a lot of people down in Oklahoma who I've been talking to who are wanting to order our lights when they release. So that's pretty sweet. It's going to be very good. It's going to be very nice. It's a very good time, you know? Dry or liquid? Uh, what are you asking about, Sticky Fingers? Dry or liquid what? Oh, wait, you're probably talking to someone else. Oh, good. Fuck yeah, Hellclair 420. Green Planet's the shit. I've been really happy with them. And then, I had been using, as a cheap, easy go-to was General Hydroponics for years, but now they're owned by a fucking tit. And they're also extremely salty. So it was time to make the change. So I said, fuck that. Oh, very nice. Well, as long as she's, worth, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I have so many bad jokes I could make to that. Yeah, just don't tell your wife, I guess. I wonder where my mom is. I don't know. Oh, I finally caught up. Fuck yeah. See, it eventually happened. Oh, hell yeah, Grow Witch, US, Oklahoma. Well, the fact of the matter is, too, it's like, our lights beat HLG now by $291. HLG has started using shittier drivers from a different company in their lights. So they're not even using Meanwells a lot of the time anymore. So, like, what the fuck? And they cost $300 more. We use cutting edge Meanwell HLG drivers. We will always use those. Unless a better driver eventually is invented. But for now, like they kind of know what the fuck they're doing. We're using Samsung super fancy new edge diodes, 50,000 hours of runtime on those LEDs, baby. And after 50,000 hours, that's when they've maybe lost 10%. 50,000 hours at 18.6, if you turn it on every day at 18.6, 7.6 years, motherfuckers. That's pretty sexy if you think about it. So, we beat them by $300 almost. We have better tech than they do now because they're stupid and cheap out on their drivers. And our double squatch rapes the fuck out of their 550 in terms of power ratings. So, really, you can't lose. Yeah, of course you may. Hell yeah. Yo, Chaz! Yo, Chaz! Chaz? Is it you? You there, Chaz? Allison Williams, Chaz? Spy Squatch. What's up, motherfucker? Woo! When you use frozen blueberries to make a drink, after you drink your drink, then you got liquory blueberries. Especially if you're using green liquor. Woo! It takes time, David Martin. The trick to growing a beard, let the fucker grow. Don't trim it, just grow it. No selective defoliation on your beard, okay? Just your wheat titties. Oh yeah, Liam killed you. Just if it makes you feel better, I actually think the Australian dollar is worth more than the Canadian dollar now. So it's like it's easier for you guys to even buy lights than it was for me to pay for the parts because it's all in USD. I mean, I'm buying at cost, but still, like it sucked. In terms of the weak Canadian dollar, my dollar and my country, it sucks very much. But we will ship to Australia. Um, Actually, I think successfully Soulstrip sent their first ever shipment even into South Africa the other day. So that's pretty cool. So you know what? Yeah, we can get it pretty much to almost anybody. So I think we're good. What's up, Big Tree Farms? How you doing? Uh, Fakuto McCool. I don't know if this shit's available where you're from. Stem root. I use number two. I got the number two because it's good for even slightly thicker kind of branches, so that's pretty good. Clonex is good too. This is a powder. Gels, powders, they're all good. Have different uses in terms of quite how they work in certain situations. One will work better than the other, but like I like having the powder on hand because it's really easy. If I want to use it as a like kind of a boost on a transplant, just literally dump some rooting hormone into my shit. No, I won't take it to the Battle of the Beards yet. It's nowhere near ready. This is but a seedling in terms of what my beard eventually could turn into. My dad's beard is down to here, and I'm growing mine out to prove mine's bigger. Just being silly. What's up, Mr. Slack Valley? How you doing? Good to see you. I know, Grow Witch. And that's 7.6 years if you were just vegging with that. When you actually start using the same lights, because if you get them 3500 Kelvin color, you can veg and flower under those bitches. And then, okay, um, that's going to push you time if you're using it for flower too to like 10, 12 years. And I mean, so yeah, that's what they're rated by. The diodes that we use in our lights from Samsung are rated for 50,000 hours, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane, but I love it. And like, let's say hypothetically though, a strip burnt out, okay? We'll sell you a new one for like 20, 30 bucks. It'll take you less than a minute to fucking switch the thing out. I'm going to release videos how to do that because we're not selling lights that if, oh no, this broke, I'm fucked. No, just call us. We'll sell you a replacement part. We'll show you how to do it. It'll take you like a second. We're about selling you rigs that you can maintain and walk with. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take care of you. That's the whole bloody fucking point. Capitalism has taken the world to a point where people just sell shit to break. Things used to be built to last and to be maintained and taken care of as they should have been. And so that's what the co-launch, the team standing together of Potsquatch Growers Enterprises Inc. and Soul Strip Photon Solutions is. And that's what our two companies are striving to do and stand together and do that. So, hashtag boom. That is true, Wake Now, very true. You can also just clone in literally water. Not all strains do it very easily, but it is possible. Adam Trippy do genetics. My drink is grain liquor with frozen local unsprayed blueberries because I'm my ice is for bubble hash, so I'm using the frozen fruit instead, and ginger ale. I kind of need to make another one to be honest. Oh yeah, those blueberries came, Allison, from a local farm, my buddy Fritz's farm. He owns a local wild berry winery called Kermode Wines, and he makes some amazing bottles of wine. Actually, I think I may have drinking all of it, but I can show you the bottle. I know I still got the bottle because I'm not going to throw this one out because it's my buddy. Oh, there's a little bit left. This is the Kermode Wines Fredonia. This is a 2015 Fredonia. It's a semi-sweet wine, ranking like a 3, I guess, on the sweetness scale. It's fucking amazing. I actually invented a new summer drink with this thing, where you take Okanagan, sorry everybody, black cherry cider, and you take a glass of the Fredonia and you pour that on a big glass of ice. Then you pour in a bunch of black cherry cider. And then, man, fuck that shit good. Okay, one second here. Oh, fuck yeah, Liam. Hashtag boom. Yeah, Big Tree Farms, you two's being stupid in that regard, because it's like, okay, so you've obviously not actually analyzed either my content properly, or you haven't analyzed the wording of your own community guidelines, because none of them have been broken. So we got to remember, we're living in a time of changing times, and certain things in certain worlds and people are going to be a little bit hard on our kind. We, the wee titty people, we, the plant people. And we just got to stick to our guns and play it smart, stand together, and remember. So, for example, everybody, if this channel gets taken down randomly, it will be temporary. I will either get it back or launch a new and just start releasing shit again. We're going to have the website as well, where I'm going to try to get the website so I can actually put all of our videos up there as well. I know WeedTube exists. We have a WeedTube. I haven't really done it by putting much on there, but I'm gonna, or at least some of the better videos, like the choice videos, we'll put up on the website, and it'll also be a community place. I'll try to see if I can set up a community board. If Kalamazoo's in the house, I need to know how to make a website. You said you knew how to do that. Anyone else who does website design, let me know. Need a little help. Don't understand what I'm doing, but trying. Oh yeah, Adam Squatch used expanding foam, and it got caught in his beard, and he had to cut it off. Luke and Cherby on the double squatch. The core coverage is a 4x4 with an extra 3 feet on either side. So yes, it is not quite as big of a general coverage as an HPS, but it's a different type of light. But it's more light, better weed titties than you get with an HPS, especially when you factor in the saving in power, in terms of also that it doesn't throw off as much heat. You run your ACs, but you see the trick with LEDs, especially big LED rigs, you put a few of them together and they start working as a team, you would be astonished at the results you can get. They work very well as a team. I look like Duck Dynasty. Well, that show was completely faked in every way, so I hope you're not trying to imply I look fake, but I guess that's okay, I guess. I come from bearded people. Good night, SoCal Grow Pro. 1 second. Probably outside. I'm just looking to see where my lighter is. Nobody judge me. I know I'm thick. I shouldn't smoke. I know, but I'm going to anyway. I've been smoking less today, so you can know at least I'm trying to be responsible to some point. 1 second here. Ouch. Wow. There we go. Yes, Wild Enterprises. I have in the past. I even have an aloe plant now. I haven't used this aloe plant for it, but I have one. Huh. Willie Glassy, that funny. I like that. Don't worry, Charles Hankins. We will be doing from time to time discounts and stuff, and I just gotta try to get things going initially before probably I can offer much of one. And just know that we've already beaten the competition with using better parts for a reason. That's coming out of both Soul Strip and our pockets. We're not marking up like other people do. So we've already cut a lot of the meat of these lights off. Um, HLG had to crap out on their drivers, and they're still charging $300 more than we are. And our light's bigger, better, with better parts. So at the end of the day, I'll do my best. And also know when we do offer deals on pot squatch lights, they're coming directly from my side. My company is the one who's sponsoring the discount. 1 second here. Dude, nice. Kiss show. Sounds awesome. Willie Glassy, you can just dip it in honey. Use it like any other thing. Hell yeah, Michael Burton sounds sexy and sounds good. I saw a new cloning technique on one of those silly videos that you see on Facebook sometimes. I haven't tried it yet, but I saw it done with a rose cutting. And you actually take like a big stalk and then plant it in a potato, or like stab it into a potato, and then you plant the potato,
and it works. Because if you can clone cannabis in water without rooting hormone, which you can, I've proven that in videos. Um, I called it poor man ghetto cloning. Um, then I want to try this potato technique, man. Like that sounds cool. Dr. Dan 420, it could be. I mean, my initial reaction to it was like cinnamon's quite spicy, so and kind of hot, like it can burn your skin even, right? So it's like I don't know about that for the plant tissues. It could be, and I could be totally off point on that. I don't know. I'd be wary of that one, but Adam Trippy Do Genetics. No, not yet. They release next week. So I'm hoping our page for the sales of it will be up next week. And sometime next week, I'm thinking too, we'll be installing the double squatches in the lab here as well for you. So it's kind of it's a new thing. So if you weren't new to the channel, you know, like it's been a long time coming. We've worked on this a long time, and we're almost there, baby. And we're also about to launch our online store with t-shirts, hats, grinders. Our rolling papers are coming too. The proofs are really cool. All natural, organic, non-GMO, unbleached, natural, organic gum hemp papers from pot squash growers. Rick, dog, ent. If only 80% of your trichromes are cloudy and not even milky yet, and then you've got 20% clear, it's nowhere near done. At least in my humble 2 cents, and probably most growers. But that is true. Adam Squatch is going to be. Adam Squatch has been helping Pot Squatch a lot. Pot Squatch is a bit of a dumbass. And so Adam Squatch comes something of my power, especially when it comes to remembering things. He's been a really good motherfucker. Like for example, I've been talking with a lot of people down in America, and I was like, man, like, because we talk a lot now, and I'm like, man, could you remind me tomorrow to call my phone company and get unlimited American calling built into my cell phone plan? So here it is, man. Like 9 o'clock in the morning, Adam Squatch sent me 2 messages. He's like, I'm not trying to harass you, but you totally remember. Make sure you do this. And I was like, yeah. So it's been helping Pot Squatch a lot. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Wild Enterprises. Hell yeah. I feel you. Whatever works for you. Like, I mean, there's 1,001 ways to do that. Oh, no, I feel you, Charles Hankins. I was just being silly. I just think that show's a little silly as all. Especially when we all found out it was like completely fake in every way. Like most reality TV's fake, at least is a lot of points, but man, that one was super fake. Sorry, everybody. Don't worry about that Aussie big bugs. We just getting sexier as we age in. Oh, I'm 31. I just started life young. I was 6 foot tall by the age of 10, full beard at 11, chest hair at 9. I was in bars at 13 without ID. I was the only grade 8 in high school who could buy cigarettes at the variety store across the street. What's up, Dr. Dan 420? How you doing, baby? Well, Zach Merrill, there's a lot of different things you can do for gnats. Knowing that there's a couple of things. One, attacking and trying to decimate the adult population in one sense is good because that's going to stop more eggs from being laid. But the larvae are where they're really dangerous. When they're adults, they're dangerous in that they lay eggs, but they're most dangerous when their larval state is because they're eating those bottom roots right around the bottom of your fucking stalk. So you got to kill the babies too. Srel House. That's what it's kind of similar to a joke I make. I just say my hair is migrating. That's all. It's just migrating. Oh, thanks, Noob Grower 420. I appreciate that. Well, welcome to the hood. I hope you're enjoying your stay so far. 5 by 7. How tall?
Luke and Sherby. No, you need a double squatch. Just put a double squatch in there. You'll be fine. Double squatch, white out your walls or mile out your walls, and you'll be laughing. Keep it sexy. I'm gonna bring the lighter in just in case I want to have a toke. Maybe that might make me feel better. I don't know. All right. Yeah, no, I hear there's some pretty bad tap water. Like there's certain parts of Canada where there's really bad tap water too. My tap water here comes out of a ppm of 37, so it's actually not that bad. It's got a fair amount of chlorine in it, which I don't like, but that can evaporate out if you let it set. But in terms of ppms, 37 ain't bad. My RSO has been coming out recently as a 4. It used to be a little bit closer to 0, aka it was 0 or 1 or 2 a lot of the times, but I think my filters are just needing to be changed soon, so I gotta look into figuring out where the fuck I get those. Potato thing is cool.
It's the potato processes. Use the potato to make your clothes. It's very good for the smegos. Yeah.
Yeah, I could do a video about that one day, Jody Skinner. Remind me. Adam Squatch, add that to the many list of notes. I ask you to write something down and remind my ass at some point. No, I have not, just because I haven't had the money to buy 20 micron screening, but I will eventually. I just, I'm tight, man. So, eventually. Charles Hankins, cheap cigarettes. They're technically native smokes, but these I finally found some native smokes that weren't too bad. They're about $3.50 a pack to me, where the Canadian government for the cigarettes I want to smoke are about $15 a pack now. So, Zach Merrill, the Hermie buds were 2 grows ago, and there was no issues. Saved the entire crop. It was wonderful. But thank you for carrying those, Zach Merrill. Oh yeah, no worries, Adam. Tribute Genetics. It's literally we're just almost there, right? Like the rolling papers aren't here, the hats aren't here yet either. It's all kind of coming together slowly but surely, and those lights will be up very soon. No, it exists. I have access to beans and clones of it to people, but BC has become and always has been for a very long time a predominance of indica market for a lot of stuff. So a big part of that is that's why. It's just we don't like it as much as other people do. Zach Merrill, possibly. It depends on how big you're doing your plants and what the area is. So what's the area you're building it into? Does it have whited out walls, mylar, this or that? I need a little bit more information to give you a better answer. Hey, it's all right, Aussie Big Buds. I've been getting auditions to play guys in their mid to late 30s and early 40s since I was 20. So, Allison Williams, the core coverage on a double squatch is a 4x4 core coverage. I believe the big squatch is a 4x2 core. And I don't remember the little squatch. I never remember the specs on the little squatch because it's just too small for me personally to do anything with. But I knew we needed to release something smaller too to make it important to give you kind of lots of options for different size grows and what people need. So, yes, hydrogen peroxide does work on a ratio of 4-to-1. It is not perfect. It doesn't do it all the time. I especially have noticed that in the last couple of years, certain fungus gnat species seem to have a larva to them that are tougher than you could fucking imagine. Brian Dorsey. There's a couple of options. Tim's getting a pot scotch doll. 1 second. Puppies, shut up. It's just the neighbors. So for a pot scotch doll, you got a couple of options. Eventually, we are going to be releasing a limited edition set of dolls, so you could technically order the whole thing. It would be really expensive, but they're going to be numbered. So I don't know how many will be in the first series, but I do know that Mark's wife is working on those. What's up, Champ Joe, baby? Good to see you. I miss you, man. But if you wanted to order a custom giant doll like the one I have, they are a little expensive because they are handmade and they're made to order with all of your requests, etc. But you can send me an email about that, and I can set that up for you, Brian Dorsey. Jody Skinner, our store should be up very soon.
Hell, if I could have figured it all out today, I would have. I'm struggling with trying to figure out setting everything up on the store. I'm trying to figure that out, but in the next couple of days, I'll do that. What's up, family outcast? How you doing? Oh yeah, Keef and Chief. Like my tap water here is actually pretty good. The water treatment area, just for the little tiny area where I live, does a really good job. There's just a lot of chlorine in it, and I don't like that. But again, like I said, it will evaporate if you leave it. What's up, Marlene Wiltshire? How you doing? Adam Squatch, I'm confused. What are you saying? Yeah, I know. Liam killed you. Like, the Australians get fucked worse than we do for cigarettes, but I'm still been a bitch. When I started smoking, it was fucking $4.75 for a pack of premiums. I'm pissed off. Heckler 420 these days, any form of mites. We use a product. Let's try that again. I use a product called Jake's All-in-One. We're not sponsored by Jake's All-in-One. I buy the shit and pay a lot of money for it because it works and I like it. And it's local and it's all natural. And that also hopefully will be available on our store fairly soon. I do know that Jake's All-in-One is a fan of our YouTube. I actually saw on their Facebook page now, they've got a big video of me running my mouth about their shit. And Jake actually tuned in one night from their company and was just expressing a lot of support here. So, Charles Hankins, yes, I got to make a new bubble hash to press because I want to do more bubble hash pressing. So give me a week or two. I'm sure I'll work it in. I've just got 1,000 things going on right now. Plus, you know, because of the things with the bar, I'm trying to be creative really quickly in a short minute of time because I was supposed to work last 2 weeks, but I couldn't because of shit. And I can't work there anymore. And I had to leave that. So I'm just trying to figure out some stuff, to be honest. Aussie Big Bud, send me an email. Leave it at that. I'll explain. Aussie, email me. Call me. You have my number. Charles Hankins, I'm using Drainage Rock. The name of the company is escaping me. I could go in the lab and check the bag if you really want me to, though. Peace and love, Keith and Chief. Sounds good. We'll talk soon, my friend. Westy, no, that's silly. I'm going to explain it to Ozzy. We won't talk about that, though, in the live stream, okay? Especially after YouTube being dicks at us. We got to be careful about what we're all talking about in this live stream now. That's why I've created a Facebook group. Who here has Facebook? I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, the name of the Facebook group is the Pot Squatch Growers Community. If that doesn't work, I think it's called Pot Squatch Growers Community. But it should have currently 5 or 6 members. I haven't really done much to set it up yet. If you can't find it, someone email me, and I've got to obviously change the settings on it. But I've made us a Facebook group. I'm launching us a website as well, where we can all have a community there as well. So, see, someone found it. See, Jason Ram. See, someone found it. Boom. See, you can find it. You can find it. Definitely not Jason Ram. You need a lot more light in a 4x4. For a 4x4 like that, 2 little squatches or maybe a big squatch, or if you're feeling really brave and super want to go hardcore, you're just going to have to be a little careful because it's a little bit overkill. You could even do a double squatch in that, but be careful. What's up, Felicia Casper, Skippy Libby, baby? Welcome back. Michael Montgomery, we're not talking about that anymore on the channel. We talk about that in private. Oh, no worries, Jason Ram. I'll help you figure it out. It's also, too, like in a 4x4, you could do 4 kind of smallish medium plants, or you could do 2 really big sexy plants and totally be fine. Or 3 kind of medium to bigger sexy plants, maybe. Oh, hell yeah, man. Sound good. Thrill, Howix. Yeah, so Paul Fun, the small edition ones, I think they're a little bigger than a Beanie Baby. I know that the ones that exist, they're getting a little weird on it, but that's okay. Their family's having fun making them. They made me into a unicorn. Yep, they did. And they made me into a fairy. That's also true. They've made me into a cowboy. I think there's a fourth or fifth one that's either being made or has been made. I just can't remember what it is, but it's all coming together. You know what I'm saying? Oh fuck. The foxtail video. Talk about foxtails eventually. See, Family Outcast, you should be even more upset than I am. Peace out, Dr. Dan 420. Much love. Keep it sexy, baby. Michael Burton, don't tell me not to smoke. I'm a big boy and it's my right to smoke if I want to. I'm aware of what it could do, but I've already had cancer and that cancer was caused by beer. It wasn't caused by smoked cigarettes. It was caused by drinking 90 or an 85 IBU beer all the time for a few years because it's got a lot of estrogen in it. It must be my soothing voice, Keith in Chief, helping her go to sleep. They don't, Marlene Wiltshire, but don't worry. I actually, like, I answer a lot of emails. I've even started trying to start doing calls to people and video calls. It was funny because when I was setting up the Shopify store, I may not fully get what I'm doing, but it's like you could sell products or you could sell digital things or services, and it was like, maybe I could sell like, you know, video calls for assessment. But I mean, we'll use an honor system for it, okay? So for those who can't afford it, it's free. For those who physically actually, and you got to be a good responsible person about that, can afford it, then maybe make a small donation to help it along. But I'm going to start trying to do that more and reaching out and calling people. Damn, Noob Grower 420. You're even more mad than the rest of us. It's different now. It's okay, Ozzy. I love you and I forgive you. But also, Marlene, like I never started growing tomatoes. I just grew my first tomatoes ever this year. It turned out pretty good. I ate one of them I ate the first one that was ripe today. I don't know where my flashlight is. I'd take you outside to show them, but it's dark out, so. It could be Charles Haggins. I'll go look at it for you. Excuse me. All right, 1 second here. This stuff I'm using is called Grow Stone. It's multi-purpose stones. It's 100% recycled, and it's recycled. It's American made. Yeah, GS1 Hydro Stones. The name of the company is called Grow Stone. I like this shit. It's pretty good. Girl, they're not perfectly regenerating yet, but it's been a week and 2 days. It'll take them a bit of time. I had a bit of russet broad mites from kind of when they're in the tans. Took care of those. That was part of what stunted them a little bit for the first couple of days on the transplant too. We also choked them out fairly hard, to be honest, in terms of before we transplanted them. But that's what's eventually going to lead these things to turn into the most monstrous behemoth plants you've ever seen in the channel.
especially when we take down these out of date, silly HLGs. HLG is no more. We're gonna be putting up Pot Squatch Grower Soul Strip lights. It's gonna be awesome, and it's gonna be the truth, and what marijuana should be.
Ooh, I found a flashlight. Ooh. Aussie Big Buds. A lot of other people are already added or have like asked to join the Facebook group. If you can't figure it out, let me know. I'll try to take a look at that. But everyone's allowed. Can you get high off pre-flowers? BSS TV. Maybe if you're like a noob smoker who doesn't really consume a lot of cannabis. But you got to remember that pre-flowers and you got to give it time for it to actually develop cannabinoids. So, I'd say really realistically, probably not much. I mean, maybe someone might. My puppies probably would if they ate them, but they're like 4 and 5 pounds. So, the Pot Squatch or Facebook game, I think it's the Pot Squatch Growers Community. What's up, organic grower man? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sharing the lives. We loves you too. Hashtag boom, rock and roll. Have a good day at work. Are you saying, did my hair fall out because of cancer? No, I have a lot of testosterone. I have very elevated levels, always have been. I had chest hair at 9, full beard at 11. It was 10 or 6 foot tall by 10. K-Star, no, you can't. Not, I don't know, maybe where you're from, but the people out in BC, especially in Canada, we consume a lot of cannabis. Especially in BC, like a lot of us that are growing, like we're consuming a lot of very strong cannabis. So, like, dude, like I would not get high off that shit. I'd need probably like a solid 6 or 8 ounces of that shit to cook down and do a batch of brownies and might get a bit lit, but. Anyone's welcome to request either a phone call or a video call. I've recently upgraded my cell phone plan so I can call anywhere in America unlimited too. So I've at least got unlimited calling in America and Canada. If you download an app called Signal Private Encrypted Messenger, we can make phone calls with Wi-Fi and video calls through that as well, and I'm happy to use that to talk to people as well. There's a number of pod squatches over in Europe who are already using that app, and we're communicating that way as well. Oh, Willie Glassy. I used to do these 1 to 6 times a week, and the longest live stream I've ever done was like 3 hours, over 3 hours. And I somehow kept talking the entire fucking time trying to read shit. I won't be able to go forever on this one because I won't lie. I am a little sick, but I'm enjoying it. I miss you guys and girls and season days and pineapples and pamplemousses and everybody. And pot squatches is what I prefer to call you all. And, but I'll try to keep it going as long as I can for tonight. And we will bringing you more shows. I've just been under, to be honest, a lot of stress and bullshit going on right now. Trying to both pay mortgage, get store going, get everything going. And, when you can't work your day job anymore because of a bunch of little stupid bitches. Shifts are there, but you can't actually go work with certain people. So it's kind of loving yourself enough to say fuck that. So trying to figure shit out, Don't really have a favorite strain, Michael Wallace, but like for example, back in the day when I was a kid, we used to get this thing for a few years that we called the Chush. We called it Chush because the guys who grew it were Chinese, and it was kind of cushy, but it was this weird, exotic, spicy kind of a kush. It was crazy. Quite possibly it could have been a strain from their homeland. Who knows, and but it was amazing. and we called it Chush. That shit was funky as shit. Danny from Vegas, we will eventually, or be doing discounts on stuff, but you got to know that I've nearly like gone to the danger zone of my fiscal realities to try to pay for everything to get this going. So with if everyone can accept that I can't do a discount code just right away, because I got to make sure that I can keep paying my mortgage at first. But I do believe that everything's going to take off in terms of merchandise. Also, we're going to be eventually doing the online stores, a garden supply store, and all this stuff. So I'm very close to having things working out fiscally where the second we can, we're going to be doing that. Just know, though, that we are the most affordable professional grade light on the market. And we actually use better tech than HLG now because they cheaped out on their fucking drivers. And they're still $300 more. So, there's a reason for that. Because, we're willing to not try to make too much money off a single unit. Like, we're not going to try to fill our pockets by robbing your pockets, okay? We're always going to do our best. Yeah. So that's the grow lights and the merchandise. I will eventually definitely offer that, but I've spent every single penny I've had and then some to try to do this, and I've still not got it going yet. So I'm working on it. Excuse me. Yes. Meanwhile, HLG drivers, and that is not to be confused with the Grow Light Company, HLG, two complete different companies. Currently, right now, as far as my research and my cohorts at Photon or Soul Strip Photon Solutions, the Cadillac of drivers is a Meanwell HLG driver. Maybe one day a company will come along and produce a better driver, but currently, right now, they are the best. Allison Williams, you should be able to find it. I think I've got it set up so you can find. I've got a lot of people finding it and adding it right now, but no, that is very true, Michael Wallace. But I do like prunes; they're yummy. What? Oh, you have? Do you have one bean left on the Black Demina Adam Squatch, or what was the rules in that one? I can't remember what the rules on the Demina challenge was. You're ballsy if you're trying to take me on, though. Like I'm not opposed to that. I just don't want to make you cry. Just teasing. Molesto, yes, we offer our merch to everywhere in Europe. Our lights will be available all throughout Europe, Russia is included. And it's awesome to know that we got some awesome motherfuckers out in Russia as part of the Pasquatch Grows Army. So hashtag boom, I love it. We're everywhere now, everybody. We're all over the world. Paper Scratcher, like I said, if I'm lucky, I'll get it up by midweek next week for the launch page for that. And I pray to God I could figure out how to make our store work because I'm getting confused. Everybody, some people are saying they found it under communities, not groups. Maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Don't worry, Paper Scratcher. We got you. You need one double squatch. We got you. You need 120 double squatches. We got you as well. We're going to take care of whatever you need. The Pot Squatch Growers Community is what I named the group, Allison. That's okay. I'm fairly sick, which is kind of like being stoned. Well, Marlene, I spent my whole life wanting to do this, and then when legalization happened in Canada, and then my kind got pushed out of our own market, and I quickly realized it would take like $400,000 to $600,000, $800,000 for me to fucking open a fucking small farm, and I like all inflated costs. I was like, okay, so government made it legal for them, not for people, just for the rich. But so this has kind of been our new way of going about it. Is at least for now launching the store, launching the lights, and doing this kind of stuff to be supportive to the community, and then releasing content and doing what we can to stand up for it. You know what I'm saying? So. Well, hell yeah, Johnny Skinner. My whole life's been like that. I mean, living in BC, growing up here, I was kind of spoiled. Don't worry, Paper Scratcher. Like I said, give me a few more days. Should be mid next week, and you can start ordering them. And they'll be sexy. Oh, I caught up again. Sweet. Nice one. Ooh, Spice the Clown. That's a fucking heavy question. My strain, Sasquatch. 22% CBD, 16 to 18% THC. Oh, the Dark Mama Fino. What a crazy, wonderful bitch. That would be what I'd smoke for the rest of my life. Spent over 2 years developing that bitch. I know, Wild Enterprises, but we got to keep fighting the good fight. If we keep fighting the fight, standing up for our right as Canadian farmers, then eventually the government will have to shut the fuck up and allow us into the industry because we have a constitution that entitles us to a free market and to be included. There's even laws, at least in BC, for example, that the government cannot stand in between business doing health. So one could actually argue in a court of law that this inflated pricing in terms of stuff and overregulation is actually harming legitimate BC business. So we could try to argue it that way in a court of law too. Yes, I'm basically a lawyer without actually being one. That's what happens when you smoke a lot of pot and read a lot. Yes, Adam Squatch, I'll call you. I'll call you right after. Excuse my fucking sickness, everybody. I'm sorry. Aussie Big Buds. My strain is called Sasquatch. I spent over 2 years developing it. It is a blending of AC, DC, Trainwreck, and Master Kush. And it took a lot of stabilizing and selective breeding to create what I ended up with, and I loved it. Eventually, I hope that one day we can afford to actually bring seeds to market and do that. It's just, even to do that alone in Canada costs too much money. Government is like I should be able to easily start a farm for 10 or 20 grand if I have a pre-existing wired space, but I can't do that because the government has overregulated, inflated the costs, and made it in such a way that only the rich can really afford to participate in the industry in and of itself. So oh, yeah, Paper Scratcher. Eventually, we will be offering genetics. That might even be a couple years before I can afford to get there. I'm working towards it. I'm working to having our own farm in Canada, too, and multiple farms throughout Canada. Like, that's the end goal. Just, sadly, I'm really good at business. I'm really good at thoughts and ideas, but, you know, I've had to work really hard to get the little bit of money together to just do what we've done so far. So, you know, working hard. We'll get there. It's all about baby steps and keep on fighting the good fight, make smart business decisions, and going for the gusto and serve the people. Oh, hell yeah, Ozzy Big Bud. You're welcome to come by anytime. I'm only on the other side of the mountain. No, I cannot, Sorrel Howix, because both in terms of, well, especially in Canada now that it is what they call federally legal, and technically seed sales, even in America and everywhere, are still technically kind of a gray zone thing. So no, not yet, not currently, because I am trying to not go to jail and stay ready to rock and help the community the world over go. So one day though, just know one day. What's up, John boy? How you doing, baby? Paper Scratcher. One day I definitely will. Right now I'm trying to do everything on my own because that's what I have to do because, you know, we're a startup. But eventually we'll get there, baby. Oh, I'll check it out, Aussie Big Butts. Fuck yeah, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Oh, Lutz, Chow, what's up, man? How's France doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you. You're welcome, John boy. Fuck yeah, how's she looking? Alien Kush sounds sexy. Oh, sorry, everybody. That's right. I lit that without burning my mustache. Woohoo! So, who has other questions? Nice, John Boy. I'm just down in the valley in BC. Oh, I pressed Gorilla Glue. I pressed Gorilla Glue number 4. I've got a number of seeds for it from different batches, and she's resonate. Probably the best thing still to this date that I ever had was that bubble gum that I did. My bubble gum pressed like a motherfucker. Yes, 88 Metal Mania. In flower, you got to remember that if it spreads into your buds, this is not going to perfectly deal with it. PM in flower is a bit of a bitch, but if you're dealing with it in early flower or veg, 100%. It's called Jake's All-in-One. It's gonna kill your fucking bugs too. It's all natural. It's the shit. That's what I'm into. And so we're actually hopefully I'm gonna call Jake tomorrow. Because Jake, their company has like the main video on their Facebook page is me talking about Jake's All-in-One. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna be all right with my store selling it. So. Wait, now, I have never experienced that, but I have experienced people telling me of that. So, at the end of the day, if you are in an area where that's happening a lot, probably the best thing to do is to pasteurize your soil. It's going to be a bitch, I know, but bake it off. If you're worried about it, you're actually having that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sorry, 88 Metal Mania, but pasteurize your soil in the oven. Jake's All-in-One. It'll be on our store too, but you can order it. It's good shit. Oh, Charles Hankins, White Rhino is a fucking classic back in the hood days of my earlier growing career, and I love that shit. It's good shit. No, Bubba Kush is actually a finicky bitch in my humble 2 cents. You can get a decent yield on it, but to get the best out of Bubba Kush, I wouldn't suggest it for outdoors. I would do that more of an indoor lab with greater control because she could be a finicky cunt. I would say Northern Lights. Go Northern Lights, old school BC Northern Lights. It's an indica, and it's just going to kill it, man. That's what I would do. Potatoes, I fucked around with it just because I was curious to see what it does. Bud back building does change how your bud is growing. It is only a legitimate technique to use, my humble 2 cents, if you're getting like a weird super thin top on your bud and it's just being weird and it's going like that, then back build. But if you want to make weird, big, chunky monkey buds, you can back build. In terms of it actually affecting final weight, on a few strains, I've seen it actually be a legitimate thing that was enough to acknowledge. But overall, I'd say most of the time, only use it if your bud is being weird and kind of growing long, thin, weird shit. Then back build. But other than that, I wouldn't. Yeah, K-Star. That's right. Noob Grower 420. If there was any cocoa in their soil at all, the one that you used, cocoa naturally comes with thripes. It is a known fact. You have to treat all cocoa-based products for thripes. It's just a thing. You have to accept it or just don't use it. The soil that we use has a bit of cocoa in there, and we treat for thripes. Srel Howix, yes. I've even had clones of the same plant. You take clones off the same other plant, and they'll get their own personality as they grow. Like, for example, you take a clone, and then you let it go live a different life, and then it wants different things. So that happens. So, yeah, no, I've had plants. Like, I had this one bubblegum back in Vancouver. You can actually go through the older videos when I was growing the closet in Vancouver there before we moved. And there was this one bubblegum bitch, man. She was thirsty, like 2 or 3 weeks into flower, man. She just started wanting calcium magnesium like a motherfucker. Well, that's odd that they're resisting that. But yeah, Felicia, this shit is the shit, though. Fucking, seriously, Jake's All-in-One is the motherfucking shit. And I'm hoping we'll carry that on our store. Like, I can't see how their company could say no, because there is a section where you can order wholesale. They're already available at another 20 stores. And on their Facebook page, the only video I can find is my video talking about them. So I'm pretty sure they'll be like, yeah, man, that's sweet. BC Grow Buds. What do you do to treat thrips? There's a lot of different products out there. For me, I like to do early on. You do a bit of a dip on it, or use some Bug Be Gone. The thing to remember with Bug Be Gone is it's a man-made. I can never say this right. Flethren, which is technically a man-made version of a natural product, but because of how they make it, there are subtle petroleum nuances to it. But as long as you're using that early on to treat your shit, then that's fine because that'll work its way out, and you don't need to worry about that. Um, and Jake's all-in-one kills stripes too, kills mites, thrips. It's so you if you wanted to go more of a natural way rather than not doing that, then you can use Jake's all-in-one as a pre-room spray to treat your room, and then you can go up in there. You're still going to want to watch it because it's got a really oily consistency, and you're going to have to mop shit up after you do that. But yeah, or if you want to just douse your soil down with Jake's all-in-one, that's going to work too. And then use Jake's all-in-one early on in veg a couple times a week because it's also a feed and a bit of a booster and a foliar feed, so it's not bad. And that's going to take care of any invading thripe asshole motherfuckers that you might have as well. I won't lie to you, Jake's is an expensive product. It's not the cheapest thing on the planet, but it's worth it because it works. I've been using it now for almost a year, and I've been really happy with it. How do you mean Noob Grower 420? As in, I've got some Bug Be Gone right here. This one's from Ortho. I can show it to you. You can read the back if you want. It's a man-made version though. So, and there are subtle petroleum things. It is very pricey, but it's good shit, motherfuckers. Sweet dreams, Allison Williams. Tell Chad sweet dreams too from the Pot Squatch. Mario Rubas, you can. I wouldn't recommend doing it anything past, like if you use it in the first 2 or 3 weeks of flower, it could be a hardcore bud booster when they're young, but use only a milder thing. If you have a bad bug fuck you up the ass shit happening in flower, you can technically use Jake's up until near the end. If you have to, I'm going to say only use that when you have to do it. And before harvest, give it a couple of times of really just spritzing it down with water just to try to clean it out a little bit. But yes, you can. It's just slightly different rules than when using it earlier on. Wild Enterprises. I mean, I am not a biochemist with an in-depth knowledge of everything. So my educated guess of just what I know and who I am, I would say in technicality, some of it might be, there could be some old school, but like a lot of pesticides or insecticides or fungicides that do that have been banned in a lot of countries because there's other natural ways to do it that work. Like look at Jake's all-in-one. Shit works better than almost anything, and it's fucking, it's made almost entirely out of all natural crap. So it's, right? K-Star, neem oil is overrated. It can work in certain ways, but it can fuck up your plants and it can burn you too. Like straight neem oil on human skin can burn you, especially for people with sensitive skin types. And it doesn't necessarily work. And I have noticed that a lot of certain strains of certain bugs out in this part of the world anyway, they're starting to become resistant to certain chemical things where Jake's still seems to be coming up in there and just fucking left hooking them out, man, and just, throwing them around and being a dick. One thing I'd really like to try playing around with, I've never played with predatory mites, but I'd like to get some predatory mites and try that, so. Exactly. See, Wake Now is thinking the same thing. Things over time are becoming immune to certain things. Jake's all-in-one's still doing it. Yes, I do use diatomaceous earth. I haven't put it on this current crop. The last couple of crops I have had it. And it's a great way to just, control the tops of your soil, especially if you have like fungus gnats and shit, Hey, thank you very much, Jay Davis, 308 Able, #boom. Forgive I'm a little sick, but How you doing, my friend? I don't know if I recognize your name. Are you new? Welcome. If you're new, by the way. No, exactly. Michael Wallace, it's a pretty fucking burning shit. Like, it'll burn you. My wife one time accidentally put something the wrong way on her skin and she burnt herself really bad. It was really bad. It was bad. Dude, imagine if you could become Ant-Man wake now and then go into your plant and take on the bugs. That's right. I never thought of that. Adam Squatch thought of that and told me about that the other day. He was like, Adam Squatch was like, imagine if you could become Ant-Man and go fuck up the bugs. I was like, shit, that'd be trippy, man. Oh, okay. Well, Davis, 308 Abel, welcome. I'm glad you decided to say hi. Rock and roll. Where you from, my friend? I'm assuming 308 might mean your area code, but I don't know what that means. Yes, but you got to remember, new grower 420, you're only catching adults, and the adults aren't really that harmful. Other than that, they make baby eggs. The larvae is what's really fucking up your shit, and you got to kill the children. I know it sounds dark, but that's how you take them on. Oh, fuck yeah. Nice one. How's the weather down in Michigan? No. Really? How cold is it there right now? I thought we're at the end of summer. Still, like, not winter yet, though. Kalamazoo? Our grow light stickers and designs were done in Kalamazoo. Is that you, Daniel? No, seriously, Kalamazoo, Michigan is where the dude who did all of the logos and stuff that we're using for all the lights were made by our brother Daniel down in Kalamazoo, Michigan. What's up, Roman Asakov? I'm not sure what that means, but welcome, my friend. I hope you're doing well. P-door. What's that mean? Well, anyway, welcome. I believe it looks like your name might be Russian, but I'm not 100% sure. But we have a lot of Potsquatches here from Russia as well, so I have not peed at the live stream yet. That's the weird thing, right? You know, freaking me out. Oh, it's all good, Jay Davis. I feel you. I grew up in like minus 30, 40 Celsius, right? So it's like I like the cold. See you later, Sticky Fingers, 2169. Keep it sexy. Whew. Mario Rubas, I'm not great at the online seed bank knowledge because I don't normally acquire genetics through them, but quite a few of my friends have expressed that they've liked GYO seed banks. Maybe check them out. I can do a bit of research too, or ask a few friends around too. If anyone also has a suggestion on that they've seen like an old school Northern Lights, that could be good too. Do it up, Adam Squatch. Do that Pineapple Express. Srel Howix, not at 30 or 40 Celsius. It's, well, 40's getting there. It's more like it freezes, kind of. Like you go at minus 40, like you're growing ice on your beard, you know, 45-ish, especially if you hit 50, man, you piss into that, it fucking freezes in mid-air. It's fucking trippy.
Well, I'm not actually very trying to impersonate him from my sympathies. He's the voice that I chose for Scratchy.
It's also very similar to the voice I do for my little black puppy, Black Betty. Oh, fucking allergies slash being sick. I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm just getting sick. Like, I've been sick, but it's more of a lung cold. But I've had the sniffles. Fuck, it sucks. It's also very embarrassing when you're trying to do a live stream show and you got all this fucking shit coming out of your face.
Yeah, but someone pointed out to me that the voice that I do of this one, a little bit different. I did it for Scratchy. I did it for Scratchy in the Scratchy voice, but this is a little bit like that's Betty. Little black Betty, blah blah, oh black Betty, blah black Betty had a chair, blah dancing around.
Love you, honey. Mwah. This is my little Yorkie Poo Betty. She's a genetic freak in that Yorkie Poos have never in the history of Yorkie Poos, with no reference on the internet or to any breeder I could find out, came out black like the poodle did. Because it's a recessive genetic. Because you always cross a Yorkie with a toy poodle to make Yorkie Poo. Betty is one of a kind. She's a special girl. Come here, Muggy. I'm going to show the internet to you now. Come here, Mugs. That's okay. He doesn't like heights. But this is what a Yorkie Poo normally looks like. This is her brother, Mogwai. He was actually the runt of the litter, and he's becoming a big boy. Yeah. Wait, 1 second, everybody. I'm going to try to blow my nose. 1 second. This sucks. Moment of truth. Did I get it all in my beard? Do I look okay? I think I'm all right.
Whew, yeah, I'm okay with the first thing, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, hell yeah, awake now. And I mean, at the end of the day, like, anyone who's going to bitch about finding a seed or two in their weed in terms of the weight, at least, of it. And I mean, if it's a couple of beans, not a big deal. It could have been a Hermie genetics, so just always be wary when growing out bag seed because you don't know. But at the same time, the way a lot of breeders fucking fuck with their shit, don't do it properly anymore, but then yet slap a sexy label on it and say this is the best thing in the world and how much crap is out there now, you're kind of fucked either way. So just, learn to watch out for shit fucking up and being crazy, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't know their product whitewash. I will have to look into it, 88 Metal Mania, to give you my opinion. Oh my god, I love it. Long time listener, first time caller. About to start my third harvest. Been legal here for about a year. I'm growing bag seeds for practice. Nothing wrong with that, Oklahoma, California. Thank you for saying hi and calling in. Thank you for being a listener. Thank you for tuning in, being part of the Pot Squatch Growers Army. And do they seem sativa or indica to you? What are you seeing? What do they smell? Sexy? They seem sativa-y, indica-y, crystal dank. What do they like, baby? Tell me out. What's up? Well, Srel Howex, the fact is, anyone who sells a strain or comes up with a new strain, especially, that doesn't cube a strain, that is 4 generations of selective inbreeding. Making a strain and stabilizing a strain requires a minimum of 4 generations of stabilization. Is it selective inbreeding eugenics? Fuck yes! That's how it works! But you can't call it a strain unless you did that. I don't believe that anything deserves to be brought to market as a new strain until you've done that, because that's called taking the time. I spent over 2 years making fucking Sasquatched. And that, I could have gone longer. Wild Enterprises, no. I don't know if that's even possible for a plant. He might be misguiding just weird looking balls, but if that is true, I would love to see a video. See if you can get me one. Like a class 1 international truck driver. That fucking sucks, man. Well, man, one day you'll retire, right? And then you could smoke. Yo, Texas Pete in the hizzy. What's up, Texas Pete? How you doing, baby? Well, I feel you, new grower. But one day, grow with Jesse? No, we will not be selling seeds until we can legally do it in our country. Right now, the legislature that exists for it is bullshit. The government, everything is stupid. But I'm trying to respect the stupidity that exists so I can help fight for proper legislature, both for our country, but also in terms of the coming, eventual world where markets will open up one day through legalization. So, hashtag boom. Well, thank you very much, Texas Pete. I was a little tired, very sick, and had a few drinks, but I tried to make it happen, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you enjoyed the curing video. But the thumbnail that YouTube picks, like my hairy tits and tattooed tits in my beard, it was like, dude, what are you doing, YouTube? You made it a weird, like, little box thing. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, YouTube? It's gonna be an epic video. I'm gonna see if I can go on my computer and change the thumbnail. I don't know. I can't do it on my phone, but maybe I can do it on the computer. I don't know. Damn, K-Star, that sounds sexy. Mm. Don't judge me. I'm going for another cigarette. Yes, I'm sick, but I don't care about scotch. Nothing can take me down. It's just an annoying slight inconvenience, and then I fucking got hella boogers in my live stream, Joe. Then again, I've been a guy who's peed in almost every live stream I've ever done, so I guess that's not much of a weird thing. Hashtag boom. Hell yeah, Texas Pete. When those start to go, send me pictures. I'm very curious to see what those Mexican beans are. I know, I'm a hairy fuck, but I had chest hair at night. Can you blame me? Like, it's just the way it is. Oh, hell yeah. Well, Texas Pete, if you think about a lot of the places down in Mexico where a genetic would have had to have lived, right? Like, it had to be tough as shit to survive. Um, yeah. One thing, though, to be aware of, though, a lot of like Middle Eastern strains or Mexican strains, like they have evolved in a place which is usually quite dry a lot of the climates. So watch your humidity levels and that kind of shit. No, 88 Metal Mania. I've got to actually call Jake's All in One to set that up, to be honest. I haven't done that yet. I'll do that tomorrow. Doing a lot of things every day, and I've been sick, trying to figure it out, stressed out. But I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll figure it out. But currently, no. But just know that, like, even when we carry it on our store, it'll be the same price as it is there. I'll just become like a wholesaler retailer just because it's great product. And I want to carry it because I want to carry things on our store to help everybody the best we can. So, think Ridge B. What do I think about the Crown Royal strain? Don't even know what you're talking about. Don't understand what that means. Mike Bird Safer Rad Guy. It's true. I went to their Facebook page today and they've got a big video of me talking about it on. I was like, huh. Something tells me they'll be okay with me carrying it on my store. What's an open line mean, Adam Squatch? I briefly saw half the message that popped up through Signal over top the live stream. Jaw Squatch. I like it, man. Jaw, man. Jaw Squatch. What kind of. Are you drinking just the Crown Royal straight up or are you mixing it with some shit, man? I'm drinking grain liquor because it's all I got. Wife's bring me home a 2-4. Never heard of it, never tried it. Think Rich Beat, but I'd love to check it out. Straight up. So you're doing it neat, or you doing it straight up on a box? Well, dude, that's awesome, John Boy. That's called love, and that is what this community needs. And I think that's an awesome story. Well, thank you very much, Bradley Wilcox. We've been getting a lot of traction with people down in Oklahoma. And so welcome to the Potsquatch Goes On, my friend. And exciting news, all the merch is launching very soon. And our grow lights will be launching soon for all the people. There's a lot of people I've been talking to in Oklahoma want to put up the Squatch lights. Yes, it's going to be a good time. Grow some wheat titties. Oklahoma, Michaela Juana. Wait. Oklahoma, Michaela Juana. I'm doing my best. Well, I'm always experimenting and fucking around with this shit. Probably the current run, the experiment is like I let these fuckers go for months in a tent. I didn't really even feed them that much. I just gave them water, I let them choke out. I pushed it a little far, to be completely honest. And then there were some russet and broad mites on there. And so there's a little bit there. I'm going to get my jigs out tomorrow. It's not taking care of that. But not too bad, though, because I hit them hard with the bug be gone because, well, to be fair, like I'm kind of being a cruel, vindictive bastard to these genetics because I want to see what happens. So I'm being cruel to them. I choked them out for like 2, 3, 4 months in a tent. Smallpox. And then when I went in my belt be gone, hit that one with that one on transplant. Transplant's already traumatic enough. I like, fuck it, let's just do it anyway. Next day I like fucking went hardcore on the bug be gone. And then I've left it for the last, 8 or 9 days. Just fed on the second day with some Medi One or all organic from Green Planet, some humic acid, a little bit of Pro-Cal, just saturate the soils. Humic acid reduces the stress it is for the plant to take up its nutrients. So I hit it with that shit, and then I kept watering, and I put them in bigger pots this time. I'm going bigger pots this time, but also too, like I've been cruel to these girls, and now I'm trying to bring them back. Because if they come back without issue, they will be stronger, more amazing wheat titties than you could ever imagine. I won't lie to you though, I've been an asshole to these ladies. Oh, I've been mean. So we found out. What's up, Dottie Davis, my love, my baby? Tell Janelle I say hi.
Hello, Hobbits. Hello, Hobbits. And everybody, my wife has beers. We can stop drinking grain liquor very soon.
Adam Sasquatch, we got to drive to fucking 18 hours to get there. We looked it up. I took the where you live in Saskatchewan and I plugged it into the thing. Well, let's not lie. Dottie did. I didn't do it. But yeah, 18 hours. Yeah, Oklahoma. For me to start up a small to medium farm, the way it's been set up, it's going to cost me $400,000 to $800,000. That's why the only people who've been able to really open up anything are people who are extremely rich. That's why we've got giant super farms with 10 to 20 acre greenhouses doing things wrong, being run by idiots from Ontario. I'm from Ontario too, by the way, so it's not like that, but who are younger than me, who have less years growing experience than me, and the government is selling shit with powdery mildew. The government is selling shit with spider mites dead in it. Living bugs. I don't know what bugs showed up in it, but I've seen reports of living bugs and recalls because of living bugs. That was a new one for me. Really upset me, actually. And Adam Squatch even sent me some pictures the other day of some government weed from the Canadian government. And I looked at it, and he's like, dude, if it wasn't for your channel, I would not have known that this is untrimmed butt. And I was like, but that's what my government's doing. My government's taking the fact that we've been one of the leaders for a long time in terms of pot in the whole world. We've been that dream, that cornucopia place. Amsterdam's been getting conservative for over a decade, and we were that place. And then my country goes, especially in BC, but it's like, and then the government, true dipshit fuckhead. I voted for the prick, and he fucked it up so bad, amongst other things. Idiot. But anyway, it's a sad day in the Canadian world. But that's why, for first of all, I created this YouTube, and I stood up, and I do what I do because for both my country, for all countries the world over, I believe in the freedom of the weed titty peoples, the plant peoples, and I'm not saying the government can't tax it. I'm happy with paying taxes if we were to do that, but stop over regulating it in the wrong way and doing all this bullshit trying to control. And then you release a Bill C-45 that is a set of draconian laws to control and push out an industry of itself so you can try to go do it right. New Brunswick lost, what was it? 11.7, 6.7, or no, 11.7 or $16.7 million the first 6 months selling weed. The fuck did you do that? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Anyway, rant done. Tuning back in. Oh, fuck. Adam had an even sadder thing. This was first when me and Adam Squash were first starting to talk and kind of becoming homies, like by talking and shit. And he was like, yo, man, Squash, I got a question. I was like, oh, right. What's up, man? Honey, I think I stepped in dog poo and it's all over the floor. I'll mop it up before you go home. And if I don't get mad at me. But anyway, long story short, Adam calls me and he's like, yo, man, like, I ask a question, like, etc., etc. It seems like it's powdery mildew weed, man. It's like, and it tastes like that. And smoking. I'm like, Adam, stop smoking that shit, man. That's PM. So we went back to the store, and initially, the young woman working at the store was like, oh no, yeah, totally. Like, I got to talk to my bosses about that. Like, that's fucked up, because she was like a normal human being like us who knows the weed that is. She's like, yeah, that's bad. We sold you bad shit. Let me try to help you, and we'll take care of that. We are the Canadian government. We want to be doing good business. I'm also just checking my shoes for dog shit. Funnily enough, kind of similar thing. Canadian government. Shall I wipe the dog shit that is you off my shoe? But anyway, and then Adam went back to get his return a day or two later. And then the girl had obviously had her wrist smacked down and had been informed by her superiors to say that this marijuana is merely having a terpene that tastes that way. Some marijuana just tastes like that. So that's what my government's doing now. They're lying to people. There are a couple of pots that have a musty taste to them. One, they're old school, they're rare. I have a few of them in my genetics. But guess what? I doubt that your growers and your companies have them. Given that you had 67 to 76 recalls in the first 6 months of legalization, pretty sure you're selling moldy pot. But rather than acknowledging that you fucked up and owning up to that with integrity, you're pushing out shit filled with powdery mildew and other crap. That makes people sick. And the fact that my government and what I voted for has been turned into this makes me fucking sick. So yeah, that's fucked up. It's a sad day for the weed titties in Canada. But we, the weed titty people, will reign supreme, and we will come out victorious in the end. Dun, dun, dun. Liam killed you. I would like to point out, though, on my channel, because this is an activism, and YouTube, you can get mad at me if you fucking want, because I'm telling the truth. The fact is, a lot of what the government calls that is completely bullshit. Okay? These are hard-working Canadians with legal medical licenses that are the foremost leading knowledge in our country. These are the people who've been doing this for longer than you can shake a stick at. These are people that do it because they love it. These are people that are the ones you should have consulted in the first fucking place. okay, about how this should have all gone down and how it should work. And now you turn around and call them the black market. I'll acknowledge that, yes, a percentage of the market is criminal, gang activity, and all this kind of crap. But the thing a lot about that the government seems to forget is actually a majority of it, a lot of it. I'd say more than half of it, 60, 70, 80%, is in actuality hardworking Canadians, farmers, business people. And then you turn around because you want to control everything and then you call them this and paint them in an ill light. And that's bullshit. That's not freedom. It's not a free market. You've controlled it so no one can actually get into the industry they love. We're normal Canadians. We don't have a lot of money. We have knowledge and we're willing to work hard and be farmers and work hard for our living. We're not afraid of taxes or any of that crap, but you do that. What the fuck is that? Oh, Liam. Oh, okay. Kill you. That's different. I can't speak to the sociological, political environment of your market there. I just know it's really expensive in Australia. I had a bunch of friends from Canada who lived there, and they were like, yeah, dude, I spent like $280 to $400 Australian on an ounce." I was like, well, that's just crazy. Yeah, right, Liam killed it. Just silliness. Oh, I didn't know your government did medical now. So at least that's a subtle step in the right direction. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. Trying to find the shot glass. I'm going to make another drink. Let's, shall we? Pot Squatch, POTSQUATCH 420 at gmail.com. Adam, if you're still here, could you type that for my friend Lutz? To my understanding, that works. Lutz. Ooh, this is going to be a stiff one. Oh, shit. Damn it. Excuse me. Thank you, Adam. Sorry, everyone. It tastes like I'm winning, though. If anyone out there understands what I mean, I'm fighting the good fight. I mean, K-Star, I can't speak to that, but I wouldn't put it necessarily past them, though, if you know what I'm saying. I can't speak to the gold action and shit going down in California between the government and the gold prospecting, but I haven't read about it yet. If you got an article you'd like me to read, I'd be happy to. But man, it does definitely sound from the little bit you have said that the government is trying to, fuck you guys around. Well, Wild Enterprises too. Like, I mean, out BC in terms of that, there's things that go for $1. There's things that go for a little bit more than that. It's not about going down, and that's a bad thing too. Like, that's been something that's been happening against the negative, the non-negative farmers, is that everyone's freaking out, so they're like trying to undercut everybody, and like that's taking away the power of the market. So that's sad. Because farmers deserve a thing too, but at the same time you get what you pay for too. So like, I mean, things typically that go for about that, I don't know. Especially in Ontario, because like I am from there and I have been there. I'm not there currently, but I mean I'd be very skeptical to see what Ontario has for $100, to be honest with you. Jaw Squatch. I'm out of beer and shit, so I'm drinking rain liquor, 95%, with some organic, local, non-spray blueberries that were frozen on the first drink. It was like the fourth or fifth one now, so they're just blueberries now absorbing liquor, but it's also a ginger ale. It's quite tasty, and it's what you do when you don't have beer in the house. So, rock and roll. Okay, gotcha, Case. Big Zitty, I believe our launch page, if we're lucky, should be available mid next week to the end of next week. Had a really good meeting this morning with Soul Strip, so yeah, we're almost there. We've almost got everything done. So yeah, page and shit should be up mid next week to the end of next week, and then we're going full rock and roll. We're gonna be putting the double squatches in the lab too. It's gonna be sexy. I'm gonna be like, yeah, titties. We titties. Hashtag boom. Thank you very much, Big Zitty. I appreciate that. There's been a lot of work, and then, dude, the store should launch soon too, so I'm excited for that. Again, everybody, I don't know if any of you have seen that, but like those two boxes on the left, those are the shirts. Those are the first shirts. There's 230 of them for the first order. Then we'll have to order more. It's what I could afford. And then 200 grinders. Well, I took one for me. There it is. So there's 199 grinders available for sale. I am an X666666666. What does that mean, my sexy, wonderful wife? I love you, baby. Oh, as in like a super small. Well, I've only got small. I didn't order extra small. Well, maybe I did. Let me check my box here. Well, no, that's medium XL, double XL, and triple XL in that box. So nope. And yeah, I think I only got small, baby. So you're gonna have to do that. But luckily, it's 100% cotton and it's super thick, high, nice, sexy cotton. So one, if you don't want it to shrink, don't dry it for the first 3 times you wash it. Okay. But if you want to shrink it, then well, dry the bitch. No, John Boy, it does not. It does not do that. I wish it did, but sadly, that just would not be all right. We're a legitimate company fighting for the rights of the little guy, so no, it will not. It would be beautiful if it could, but it cannot be, my friend. It's okay, John Boy. You know I love you. It's all good, John Boy. Mississippi Knife Nut. I'm about 2 hours in, but I'll be around for a little bit. Do you make knives, Mississippi Knife Nut, or you just like knives? I think we've talked about this before, and I'm just being stoner, not remembering. What's up, New Roots Gardens? How you doing, baby? Just keeping it sexy, doing a live stream. A little sexy. I'm feeling sexy, but I'm feeling dead, too. I've been sick for the last little while, but you know what? I'm drinking some green liquor. It's nice, and, having a good live stream. Talking about the launch of the lights that'll be mid next week, I'm hoping. And, end next week maybe. If it's not mid and in the launch of the store, I'm trying to figure out how the fucking Shopify works. That doesn't make sense. Working hard on that one. We're trying to figure it out. But yeah. PG is pretty good. I have a long torso and very short legs for being 6'1", so I felt comfortable in it. And I've got a very long torso. When I go into wardrobe for shooting something, and then they're taking my measurements, and like the girls, because it's well, sometimes it's dudes, but a lot of times it's women, and they're like, "You're a very oddly proportioned, put together human being." I was like, "I'm a Sasquatch," and they just start laughing. I am kind of built like a gorilla, though. Came in handy though when I was a rugby player when I was younger. Oh, very nice, Mississippi Knife Nut.
Keith and Chief, that makes sense. I got 2 puppies, a cat, a YouTube company that I'm trying to start, a bunch of things. I mean, I don't think I could ever make a knife right now. I'd love to. The amount of time it would take for me to figure out how the fuck to do that, no time for that. Marlene, wheelchair, that's all right. I get insomnia too, though, and I think it's wonderful that you were here for so long, hanging out with all of us, my friend Marlene. And girl, I'm glad the meds are starting to work, and you can get some sleep. Have a good rest, girl. Rest well, sweet dreams, and know that Uncle Pasquale love you. Keep it sexy, keep it you, and I hope you have awesome dreams so your brain can work out all this awesome shit. So when you wake up tomorrow, you'll be like, bam, I'm ready for my world and my life for whatever's going on, and I hope you're feeling good. Hashtag boom. Woo! All right, Corey, but we should see how small a small is, because Mrs. Potsquat's pretty tiny, so I'll put her in a small, and then we can even make a little video about it. All right, we're testing a small on Mrs. Potsquatch to help you all understand what a small is. I ordered an XL for the test shirt because I wanted to make sure that I felt comfortable in terms of, because like I know how an XL should feel to me, in terms of how my body works, and I was like, okay, that feels good. So yeah, I felt confident, able to order the other sizes and stuff as well. Um, John Boy, I'm pretty sure I can figure something out for you. We can help you with that. I'm sure I can help you. John Boy, it might even be a thing where I just do it personally to help you do that because I know I can do that. But I know that you can pay us as well through a bank transfer. So you can go to a bank with our bank accounts down in Cali there at Soul Strip, and you can pay that way as well. So we'll figure it out. I'll help you figure it out. Don't worry, John Boy. It's all good, baby. Because for the longest time, I didn't have a credit card. I had one, and they took it away. Then I got good. They gave me a mortgage. They wouldn't give me one. I'm like, well, fuck, man. You just gave me a mortgage. So what the fuck is that? So anyway, but I'll help you out, man. Don't worry. We'll figure that out, baby. Have you sent me pictures of the OG Kush, Texas Pete? I'd love to see him. Hey, Mississippi Knife Nut. Nothing wrong with mystery weed. Some of the best weed I had when I was a kid, especially, it was like just sometimes you get that weird mystery bag. You found a random place to buy some weed. And you're like, you never saw them again. But like that one bag of weed, it was magical. Um, Texas Pete, if I'm ever as a company, because I probably have to offer that from my side of the company. Um, I mean, I have a hard enough time paying my bills right now, but if I get to a place where my company is doing well enough that I can afford to do that, I will do that definitely to help people. It's a good idea and I like it. I don't know how long. It could be years before I'm ready to do that, but because I got to be honest with people. But if I'm ever in a place where we could do that, that's going to be a lot of shit to figure out how that would actually work. But yeah, I'd be open to it for sure. I'm the CEO of my company, so like I'm open to the idea for sure. Mississippi Knife Nut, podsquatch420 at gmail.com. Check it out. You're spelling soul wrong. It's SOL. Soul Strip Photon Solutions is the name of their company, and we're working together. And yeah. No, Corey Belaski. It's called a co-branding. Their company, my company, because I realized it was going to take me $120,000, if not more, to build a small workshop to start developing all these things, this, that. And originally, I was talking to Soul Strip for sourcing our strips from them for the lights. And then me and Brett, the owner of the company, hit it off. We have the same views on everything. Well, almost everything. We're different dudes in our own ways, but we totally agree on how to run uh, a product line, how to take care of people, what we want to do. So we decided to move forward, co-branding a bunch of shit together, and they already got the factory because there was a lot of pressure online too. People were like, Posquatch, when are you bringing us your lights? And I was like, I'm trying to figure it out. And the more I started learning, I was like, well. And then when me and Brett had our first meeting, he was kind of like, to be honest with you, bud, like, I don't know. What do you think about this? He's like, I'm a little nervous kind of proposing it. Like, I just talked to you, but I'm aware of who you are at the same time. And he's like, well, maybe we could work together and do kind of a co-branding kind of a thing. And that would be a way for us kind of to work together, our two companies kind of going for names, kicking ass. And I was like, well, actually, that sounds good. So we were like, well, let's see if we can figure out how that would work. And if we like it, and we could, and then we went with that. Oh, hell yeah. Damn, Texas Pete. Well, good. Because Texas Pete, this morning we had a really good meeting with Soul Strip. Yes, I am peeing. That happens in our live streams. You don't like it, I'm sorry. Go to another YouTube. But we should have the landing page ready for the Squatch lights mid next week to the end of next week, I'm thinking. Damn it, Shrek! Shrek! Look at Shrek! I'm floating, I'm flying, Shrek! Does that make you happy inside? I appreciate that, Jazz Squatch. It really means a lot to me, YouTube started with me just being some crazy asshole who's drinking and growing. It took me almost like 8 months to a year to hit 100 subscribers. And then all of a sudden one day I woke up and there was people here and I was like, when did that happen? But anyway, I appreciate that and I really appreciate that very much. No worries, Wild Enterprise. Keep it sexy, baby. We'll talk to you soon to keep it awesome, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shall we? It's potsquatch420@gmail.com. All right. I have really missed. I want you all to know, though, I have really missed doing our live streams and all just hanging out and chatting. I've been doing a lot of stuff, trying to get everything going for everybody, and also, to be completely honest, dealing with a bunch of stupid bullshit of stupid crap from a bunch of stupid people that I had to deal with. But so it's been hard to get on to do live streams, but I'm really glad we decided to do one of those today. Yeah, man. Like Corey Belaski, it all started with me getting like a new King LED thing, turning off the first time. It was one stupid little video. That was the first video I made. And like before I even hit 100, I was super excited. Like I check it every hour. And like maybe once every couple of days, I go up one subscriber. I'd be like, yes. And now I still check it like that because I'm curious, but it freaks me out. I'm talking about like, yeah, I was like talking to Adam Squash the other day. I was like, man, we're at like 11,400 and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, Squatch, I'm there. It's 11,496 now. And I was like, what the fuck? I checked it like an hour and a half ago, man. What the fuck? It's crazy. But I love all of you. And you're wonderful. No worries, K-Star. I'm shit at typing, and I followed. Well, David Martin,
Are you in Canada? Well, I'm glad that you're here, Jasquatch. I'm glad you're tuning in, my friend. I fucking love it, man. Or girl, or Z, or they. I don't know what you identify as. I'm gonna say you're a Posquatch because that's my favorite label for everybody. My lovely Posquatch. Mm, maybe I could do that now. Wait, no. Shall we? If it is possible for me to do that, I will. But just know that YouTube. I think YouTube has the most issue probably with me trying to put me into subtitles automatically. So I can enable it. I'm happy to do that. But just know that it's going to get a lot of shit wrong. Fuck yeah. Cathra Lakes, Ontario. Never heard of it. I'm from Ontario. I was born in Burlington. Grew up in London, Southwest Ontario. Thank you very much, Corey Belaski. I appreciate that. Corey Belaski made me laugh, and I had a bunch of smoke in my lungs. And that was, yeah, but that's funny. Yeah, probably true. Sorry that I'm not little top fives. I love all the different top five channels. I love weird shit, but you know, that's not me, man. Yeah, it works for me, Thrill Howix. Thrill Howix, can I ask you a question? Is your little tiny picture Hagrid from Harry Potter? That was tattooed on my arm 36 hours after the seventh book came out many years ago. I quite possibly was the first one to get the Deathly Hallows tattoo because it came out the same day in Canada as it did in England. Well, actually, funny that you say that. My friend Glenn was a wood carver, and there was an old alder tree up my back, my property. Not old, young, actually. So I took out the middle section, proper staff. I got to cure it for 6 months before you can carve it. So I've got it curing out in the den, which is going to become our packaging thing for the store where all your orders get packaged. And it's going to sit there over the merchandise, and I'm going to get carved into a wizard staff. I could show it to all of you right now if you want. I'm going to finish smoking first, but I could show it to you. Yeah, show us your wood. I like it. God wood. See, that's the funny thing though too, right? Like I get emails from YouTube all the time because I got a lot of videos now, and they're like, "Your video has been age restricted." I'm like, "My whole fucking channel's age restricted, you redundant piece of shit. The amount of money your system's using to fucking keep sending me these emails, like, fuck off. Use your brains, YouTube. What the fuck, man? Like, come on now. Fuck. Very silly. Also, too, if YouTube ever does come at me and tries to take me off the air, I'm gonna fight it, but it will help if all of you email back as well. Email YouTube like, what the fuck, man? Oh, that's fine, Keith and Chief. I read the books multiple times before any of the movies came out. No, that's okay. That's why let's shall we like, because we started the live stream doing them late at night. So like a lot of European things, and I haven't been doing them like that recently because well things have changed. But I'll figure it out. Especially too, I'm trying to live a little bit healthier and more structured. I wake up early now, and make lists and business meetings and try and do everything. So I think once I get everything going and I'm a little bit more, things are going and I've got less things to figure out, but more maintaining and just kind of releasing content, it'll be a little bit easier. So I'm working on getting there. And I'll definitely put 1 or 2 late night European shows on the weekly bill 100% for all of you in the other pies that aren't North America. No, exactly, Corey Belaski, because in the end, they offered me a 10% commission with a 3% discount, which is 13%, which is almost the fucking 15% discount I wanted. I didn't want to make any, and I said it back to them. I was like, motherfuckers, have you actually watched any of my videos? Like, fuck you. I'm going to fucking release my own lights. Mars Hydro Mess, like, what do you mean you're releasing your own lights? I said, you goddamn heard me. Have a nice day. Good fucking luck. I'm going to fucking just do my thing now and stop messaging me. A week later, an even more senior sales rep from Mars Hydro emails me, we've noticed the size of your channel and that you're a very big part of the cannabis community. Would you ever like to try our grow lights? We'll send you a number of our different rigs and you could do a big video on that if you'd like to. And I'm like, wow, so Mars Hydro is so big that it's got its senior sales reps not talking to its junior sales reps. You almost offer me the 15% through trying to pay me off to be your good little bitch. And then you email me again higher up in the company. And like, what the fuck is that? What's up, KJ Gross? How's the UK doing? Oh, Corey Belaski. I pulverized them because I've pulverized HLG. So is Soul Strip. Soul Strip and Pot Squatch Growers Enterprises Inc. is a co-company. Our double squatch unit, and they have basically a very similar unit, which is their double X unit, but it's double squatch. And our double squatch blows HLG out of the water in terms of the par ratings. HLG has started crapping off in terms of their drivers, bike shittier drivers, and they're almost $300 American more than we are. So fuck them. Fuck Mars Hydro. We're here for you, and we're gonna walk with you. Fuck yeah, Josh Squatch. Yeah, John man. That's good. I'm drinking grain liquor and just chilling. Don't feel bad, Srel Howard. There's nothing to feel bad about. What is one of the number one lessons I've ever taught on this channel? The true grower is a forever student. To be a forever student, forever learning. Never fucking regret things. Just learn. Unless you were a major fucking dickhead, then own up to it and atone, try to apologize. And if people don't hear you, then tell them to fuck off because you did your best and then move on and don't beat yourself up with your past. It was a fucking lesson. Not a condemnment for your future. No, mistakes and understanding is learning. Regret only becomes regret over time. Initially, it is more just a feeling of what you're feeling. And if you can act at the moment and learn from your day to day and wake up the next day to try to acknowledge and not be too prideful, to really do that, that's what I would say. It only becomes regret over time. That's what I would say. Yes, I am, Case Steyer. Welcome back. The grain liquor and the ginger ale is bleaching out the blueberry colors out of my blueberries. I'm also pretty sure these blueberries are going to be fucking boozier and shit by the time I finally eat them. I need some real weed. I keep smoking roaches, but I'm sick, so I shouldn't smoke too much, but fuck it, we should. Should I smoke hash plant or should I smoke some shishka berry? Probably shishka berry. It's a little bit milder. I'll smoke some shishka berry. Oh, good point. Good point, Liam. Good point. Do any of you have the Instagram? Like, I mean, man, look at some of this shishka berry baby thing. Sexy. It's like, some shishka shit, baby. Boom, 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 boom. I will smoke you. It's like Pokemon. I choose you. Come be a guest on the cooking show then, Liam, one day. We are, yes, using the Pot Squatch Growers Grinder for grinding up our weed titties. I'll even roll the joint. I gotta take the pen out of it. This book here is the book that I'm using for my daily to-do list to get our company going, do all the business deals we need to do, make all the meetings all over that we're doing, and calling everybody and working on things. This is my notebook for everything for starting our company. So we'll roll on that. Well, Liam, I killed you. Well, you'll have to come see the cooking show then, my friend. I was a head chef. Didn't do it for a long time. Not formally trained in any way. Taught to cook by my parents, and I'm a guy, though, who has spent my world of food. I can't do it for a job anymore because it took the passion out of it. But I'll go toe to toe with anybody. You're not going to hire me to be a Parisian chef, but I will feed your stomach and I will feed your soul, and you will remember my meals. Just rethreading the grinder. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, it's not Sunday here for another 40 minutes. All right, so the shishka berry busted out pretty good. I am not going to smoke all of that, because especially as well, because I'm a little sick right now. Good job, Liam. Proud of you. I will autograph your grinder because the orders that I'm packaging, yeah. So I'll autograph it. Now, I have two autographs. I have one because I'm an actor and a comedian. I have a career doing that, or I'm trying to. Do you want me to autograph it as like Josh, or do you want me to come up with a pot squatch autograph? Because I could do that too. It's your choice there, Texas Pete. You got to decide. What, or do you want both? The man, the mythical beast. Oh, hell yeah. The cooking show is going to be awesome. I already know what the first episode is going to be. Episode 1, we're going to go and make a bunch of fucking can of butter. Because that's going to be your lesson 1 of cooking with cannabis. I mean, you got to make a good can of butter. There's a lot of things I can teach you over the show. But we're going to start with that. And then the first thing we're going to do is a little baking. And we're going to bake some proper old school space cakes. Like, just keep it real, and it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna go old school for the start, and then we'll go from there. Oh fuck. Well, Texas Pete, you gotta, when you get that one on display or in a safe place, you gotta show me there, because that's cool, man. That means a lot to me. That's very touching, actually. And of course, I've left my lighter outside. At least I'm consistently dumb. Well, exactly, Corey Pulaski. It's my reissuing of. I went with something that reminded me of the old school space case that came out when I was a kid. Going nostalgia on this bitch, you know what I'm saying, right? So, just keeping it real, keeping it sexy, you know what I'm saying. Well, Liam, kill you. One day if I can, drink enough to survive a plane ride to Australia, I'll come try your butter. Oh shit! Oopsie! Struck my lip. Texas Pete, as you are one of my close friends, I almost think of you all like some of the ones of you I've been talking to on the videos, like oddly like my kind of like brothers and disciples and generals of the Pot Squatch Growth Army, So Texas Pete, Adam Squatch, I also talked to a lot as well, and I told Adam Squatch about your amazing gun collection, because like both me and Adam Squatch like guns a lot, and then we were talking about because we're hunting people up here in Canada, and I told him about what your amazing collection is, and Adam was just like Adam Squatch, Pete Squatch was like, you like what the fuck, man, like. That sounds like my heaven. It was pretty funny. Oh well, I kind of choked those clone cuts out pretty bad. So right now we're doing regeneration on those babies. They're about 9 days in right now. They're about 9 days in. They're still having a rough time, but we'll get them sexy. What do you motherfuckers think though about the idea if I did it as a product on the store? It's not a product that would be shipped. It'd be like a digital service. I mean, because I'll do it for free, but like at the same time, because like maybe there's people that aren't even like fans of the YouTube aren't pod squatches, and they just come to the store. Like I could have a tab where it's like you can order video call consultation or something on the Shopify store. What do you think about that? That'd be funny. Really go that? That'd be funny. Because to be fair, I'll do it for free, to be honest. But I mean, that's part of why I started the YouTube. Without the YouTube, wouldn't have had the brand, but I had to do anything. So, but like that'd be funny. Srel Howix, no. No, I usually feel like a lot of energy. I might be tired. I'm a little tired now, but to be fair though, like 1 second. Shut up, puppies! Oh, the cat and the dogs again. I'll let the cat out. They're fighting now. 1 second. Guys, you're being really mean to the cat. He just wants to be your friend. Doctor, do you want to just go into your lab? Because they're going to be mean to you. He's going in his lab. Leave the cat alone. You guys are super mean to him. He's like old and shit. Guys are like barely a year and a bit. Oh, damn. She all right? What was I talking about before? Someone sparked my brain. I got distracted with the dogs and the cat. What was I saying? Yeah. We could do that. Why not? Well, because that's like the thing. I've been toying around with that idea for like when I was at 120 subscribers. I was like, and I was talking to my wife. I was like, what I'd love if it was a job. Like if I could just like, consult people. It's like a 1-800 line. It's not that expensive, but it's like enough that I could live off of it and just help people like with their weed shit. That'd be fucking awesome. Well, it's real house, right? What's Ugo, bro, mean, Jaw Squatch? Oh, I feel you, Liam. My wife wanted wiener dogs, but I found out that they're very inbred a lot of the time. I gotta be careful. So, um, my buddy and fellow grower out in Alberta, he's a dog breeder. His wife's a vet, and they breed dogs. And I found out about Yorkie poos, and that a Yorkie poo is like a Gen 1 cross. Like you just like two different dogs fucking, and that's how you make a Yorkie poo. And then I was originally getting Mogwai, who's the one that looks like Yorkshire Terrier, but then he showed up. The only one that was left was little Betty. I've always been a big dog man myself. My dream dog is a Newfoundland Labrador cross with a Tibetan Mastiff, and that'd be fucking sweet. That's my dream dog. But for the wife, I was like, well, what do you think about a Yorkie poo? And she's like super down. And then so she went out shopping. And then Buddy showed up to sell me Buddy, and he's like, his sister's left, and nobody wants her because she's a genetic freak because she's black like a poodle, and nobody wants that because it's not supposed to look like that. It's never happened as far as I'm aware or heard. And I'm sitting there going, like, she's the most special dog because she's so rare. And he's like, I just want her to go to a good home. I'm like, well then, motherfucker, let's smoke a blunt. Let's motherfucking talk about what it's going to take, because I'm not separating them, and people should have wanted better. I want both of them. We got to come up with this price. We're going to talk about it, because now I want maybe not 2 for 1, but 2 for 1 would be sweet. But, we'll talk. I'm not going to ask for 2 for 1, but unless you into 2 for 1. And like it actually went that way for about an hour and a half. We figured it out. So my wife came home. And I was like, happy birthday, you get 2 dogs now. She's like, what? We were very glad that we got both of them, though. They make best friends for each other. They hang out, they fight. Right now, they got puppy UFC going on. They're fighting and shit. They're just going for it, They're having fun. Those scary sounds are actually coming from the little black one on the floor, not the big one. The big one's actually kind of quiet most of the time. Oh, they found out we were watching. And the second we look away, they start fighting again. I love it. They're like evidence. Oh, man, it's just like these fucking blueberries are so liquored up. Saving them till the end, though. Ah. Oh, that's awesome, Liam killed you. Can I ask you a question? How old are you, Liam? Not that it matters. As long as you're an adult of the age, because YouTube's being a dick, and just I gotta be all responsible in that shit. Sweet, perfect, awesome. You're an adult. Great. Yep, my grandparents are all dead. But, well, technically speaking, I might have a grandfather that might be alive somewhere, but I think he's dead too. Because my mother was adopted. But then we found the birth parents one day. So anyway. Yeah, Texas Pete on my mom's side, like her adopted mom, and her mom. Like I met her at 101, and she or no. She was 98. But the last birthday I heard of was 101, but she didn't have a gray hair on her head, and I was like, whoa. But what are you gonna do? That's okay, Lutz. In the weird end, I kind of had a connection with my grandfather, who was a real dick to me on my dad's side. My dad's dad. Funnily enough, my father's like, you remind me so much of my father. And when I was a kid, he was really mean to me, but he died, and I was still about, what would I have been? Maybe 14 at the time. So 15 maybe, something like that. And I asked everyone to leave me alone when he was like, when you go to the funeral or the showing or thing with the thing, and he's dead in a room in a box. And I was like, walked in, I was like, dude, you were a fucking dick to me, blah, 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 blah. But all of a sudden it made sense to me that we were actually very similar. And it's a lot easier to, you know, see the faults in another. And if you're not willing to admit them in yourself, then that's an issue. And then so that's why he was a dick. So all of a sudden I kind of had this weird thing at like 15, 14 years old. Like, so that was my first tattoo. That's the wrong tit. That was that one. So that's the original Canadian flag. It's called the Red Ensign. And that's a JCM, John Cameron Marsh. That was his name, John Cameron Marsh. Oh, and I'll tell you, Liam, dude, I totally get that then, Liam. That's awesome. So your grandfather was your dad. He was your granddad, but he was also your dad. He was your dad. Totally your dad. No, I love my dad. My dad. Me, and my dad, when he was younger, you know, like it was a thing. Definitely a thing, especially when you're like, you become a man very young and that you're like physically giant and strong and shit. That was weird. See you later, Josh Squatch. Love you too, man. Sweet dreams and keep it active. But it's like, especially because my dad had 3 strokes where he could have died or become a vegetable. Well, he should have died or become a vegetable, to be honest. Like, they were pretty bad. But then, and motherfucker couldn't walk. So they kept him in Ontario for like a month before he could fly back. He was really pissed off about that. He finally got back, and so he was here for after a month after the stroke, and you know, in the recovery center where you get to do like rehabilitation. The man taught himself to walk in 6 days of being there because he wanted to break out and he wanted a beer. So my father got his whole left side to work again to limp down the fucking road to the Japanese restaurant at the fucking little fucking thing. Because he wanted a beer and he doesn't even like Sapporo that much, he says. But you know what? I'll drink it. So he limped his ass down because he wanted a beer. That's the dad of Potswatch right there. Man should be dead or a vegetable. Wants a beer, 6 days he got there. Oh, he's still here, man. He's not dead yet. He's fucking killing it, man. Like he looks like Gandalf now. It aged him in 30 years, like for 30 years. Like my dad had like this, because it turns out he had 2 giant ones no one knew about. Should have killed him too. He never had any idea. Kept going. But then the third one hit, and that's what fucked him up. No, it's common in my family, man. Like, yeah, it's funny. Well, it's sad, but it's not sad. My dad's killing it, man, for what he is and what he's been through. He doesn't look at it that way. I think he hates it. But I mean, like to be honest with you, he's badass. So when he had his strokes, he's like, "Fuck, I'm growing my beard out again." Like, 'cause when he's younger, he had a long beard, so it's just growing out. You see him coming, this old Gandalf looking motherfucker. He walks the cane down. He's his giant beard and shit. Drinks all day. He's a priest. Fucking cool motherfucking dude. Dad of Potsquatch.
He owns 10% of our actual like formal company. Actually, he helped us get things going. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting lost in all shit. But to be fair, Liam, Kildia, it's a fairly big staff. I think it might be a bit much for him to actually practically use. I think he's using one of his dad's canes. I remember this cane from my childhood, so all right, I'm supposed to show you my thing. Um, no, I don't know him, but or maybe I could look into it. I might know him. I don't think so, but I could look into it though. I don't know a lot of people to be fair, but I could try to contact him for you if you'd like me to. I don't know, but maybe that could do a thing. I don't know. I'd be happy to help. Fucking, I hate this stupid cold. Fucking sucks.
I'm not trying to whine, everybody. It's just getting annoying, especially when I'm trying to do live stream. Oh my god, we're going for the record now. Ah, fuck it, we're doing it. The night I thought I would do a live stream for 40 minutes, we're going for the record now. Okay, let me blow my nose again, and we're in for this because I'm going for the record. Adam Squatch is gone to bed, I think. He's gone. If someone could check to see what the longest live stream was. There's a live stream, it went over 3 hours. I think it was 303 something. 304. We're doing it. We're going for the record. Inadvertently, when I'm sick. But somehow I looked at the time code and I was like, holy crap, we're there. So let's go. And let's keep it weed at the end here. Let's test to see if I can go back to actually answering questions, okay? It's part of the fun. It's part of the test. Well, Robin Hoodley, if you live in a place where there's a lot of cats, then definitely do that. That's not a thing. Guten Morgen, mein Bruder. Was ist los, Marketing? Schönes Morgen. Wait a minute. I'm not drinking beer. I'm drinking... Yes. Woo. Hashtag boo. I know, Lutz. My wife is bringing me home a 24 of beer. But I was out of beer. I try to call the beer delivery service that comes from a gas station that also has pizza, and I can order engine oil, I can order generator oil, cigarettes, liquor, beer, pizza, and they'll bring it to my house. It's awesome. And I tried to call them tonight, but their delivery driver had a family emergency, so they had no delivery person all night. So I was like, I'll take a nap, then I'll call back. So I called back 2 hours later. No, we still don't, man. I was like, fuck, okay. So that's when I knew. I was like, well, if I'm going to have a drink, I need to make it out of grain, alcohol, and ginger ale. Maybe I'll use some of those frozen blueberries and just keep drinking them in the evening, man. And then I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well do a live stream show. So let's get back into the weed. I'm sorry, Texas Pete, but don't worry. If you meet a new pit, you will meet that pit. No, I feel you, Texas Pete. The good thing is like my dad and me are very similar. We're very friendly when we drink. We're just, we're drinkers. I come from a long line of people who drink. Some of my family members on my dad's side definitely took it a bit far. I would probably classify them as definitely alcoholics. And I mean that I started using that word because like I mean we all drink a lot, but I mean if it's detrimental to your life and you're fucking with your shit and you're being really aggressive and shitty to people, well, maybe you might be an alcoholic because the fact is you're drinking or addicts you so much that you're not even noticing that you're a fucking cunt. So it's like, maybe then you definitely should say that. Richard Hannaby, have you done a selective defoliation on those? But that's awesome. I'm very excited you for your flipping. Jay Davis, doing low stress training. It depends on how much you're tying it down. But you got to remember, it's all about the stretch, right? And also knowing that if you've got a really thin stalk and some of those shoots that you've trained out to come up and they're super thin still, like when those weed titties get big, it's going to be that, right? So, even if you got to prune her back or control her a bit or take certain things off to focus on certain branches to get it ready in LST, LST when it's ready and then its stretch is going to happen. Make sure it's strong enough to really give you some sexy weed titties, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Corey Belaski, like, have I ever been drunk and gotten into a fight with a person? Oh, fuck yeah. But it's like, yeah, but I feel you. It's a different thing, right? Like, I mean, that's more of a situational, you know what I'm saying? Yes, LST means low stress training, or at least I'm assuming that's what we're all referencing. Marcus, you had to? Ah, Scheiße, mein Butter. Deine, shit, how do you say dog in German? Schnauze? No. Hund, deiner Hund. Ich bin, Entschuldigung, mein Butter, für deine Hund mit, machen tot. I'm sorry, man. Jessica Dupe, possibly. I'd have to see the light and how much actual wattage is being drawn because it sounds like you've got a listed wattage there. So what it's going to be is like how big are the cobs? What is the actual wall draw? What's its coverage? Just seeing some of the shit on. I just need a few specs on that, and then I could answer that. So Jessica, if you could email, like if you got like a Amazon link to the light or their info page. You could email that to me at podsquatch420 at gmail.com. Oh, LST is a great thing. High stress training on some indica bushes can be great too. I actually only really speak English and kind of German. There's a few French things left in my head, but I forgot most of my stuff from school when I was a kid. I have odd words that like I'll throw out. I have like a set of lines that I had a Russian friend. She translated it for me for this audition. They said it to me in English, but they wanted it in Russian to play a Russian mercenary for, well, the show Arrow. It already came out, so I don't have to like piss people off. And so I supposedly got this role even too, but then they never called me. It broke my heart. But I remember the Russian that she taught me. It's like even phonetically spelt it was hard, so I got her to send me an audio of it, and I just pounded it into my head. I got off work that night before the audition at 2 a.m. Got it while I was at work. Called her while I was at work. She did it all for me. Sent me. I went home and stayed up all night learning this shit, and it was really short, but it was hard for me. But hey, I'll try to remember the Russian. Give me a second. I gotta access those brain files. Стоит на месте. Мутлено повернись. Лагай землю. Лагай землю. Something like that. It was fun. Corey Belaski. I mean, I do a lot of things. A lot of days, though, I'm more of a, top it a bit, train it a bit, but also, too, I just really want to crank it out, veg it out long before I flip it. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's long. I just want to see what I can do with the plant and just see what it does. I love seeing the natural ways weed titties go. That's a big hard on for me, I think. So I kind of approached it that way. You know what I'm saying? Jay Davis, we did just recently do like a giveaway thing for those without a buck or this buck. What kind of contest are you talking about? Giveaways in a contest? Well, it is, but it's not really like. Do you mean like a competition? Oh, okay. What kind of contest do you propose? Because I guess you know what, technically, and we started the Facebook community now, so we are a community. We are a people. We are the community, the pot squash growers army. So yes, we could do maybe a pot squash growers competition, Olympic type of thingy. We could definitely do that. All right. I'll think about it. I'll think about the competition we could do, maybe. Well, I mean, I've got a pretty good start on the cute dogs. My little fuckheads are cute as well. You got wiener puppies, so Jenna loves those. So. Oh, Texas Pete, one time, this many moons ago, and I did a Master Northern Lights cross with Master Kush and bred that. And I had this one super mother I met. I lost her. She's years gone by, like over a decade ago. Or a decade ago. No, over a decade ago now. Shut up! I love you, but no. It's not even closed. If you guys want to come over here, you can walk out of your cage little area. It's not closed. My dogs are dumb. It's not closed. They can walk out. Come here. It's not locked. The door's open. They're being silly. I'll give him a hug in a bit. He's just a needy bastard, too. Come here, Muggy. Come here, Muggy. You're not in jail. Betty gets it. Follow your sister. See, there. You see, Betty gets it. Betty gets it. I sometimes wonder about Muggy. I'm like, I don't think you're different. I think maybe you're just too needy. But his sister seems to be a lot smarter than he is. Corey Belaski, that's definitely something you could do. I don't typically do that with mine. I just kind of selectively grow what I grow and let it naturally go. And I tie up a lot too. I'm a big tire upper. I mean, that's why I'm using the tomato cages for me on a like kind of a big old bushy thing. I mean, it gives you a place where you can tie down to, and you can do a lot of creative ties, and that works pretty well. But Lutz, Choey, I have an Instagram as well. It's Pot Squatch Growers. Can you make a group on Instagram? I barely get how to use my Instagram. So, all right, Jay Davis, nice one. I mean, it'll be hard. The only way if it was a real contest would be see like which seed does everyone have. But the good idea though, it's starting to think. And we'll think of something we could do as a collective. We can't do it on the YouTube. We'll do it on the either the Facebook community or can you make a community or a group on the Instagram? I don't know. I have one. It's called Pot Squash Growers, like the YouTube, like the company. Sorry, bro. Mike Harley, I know you're a scrogger. That's fine. I'm not a scrogger myself. I prefer the more intimate nature of tying up shit, like a BDSM porno. But that's just me. I mean, for super giant, large scale shit, and if you can't physically have the people power to go do that, yeah, okay, scrog. But like, I mean, if you got the time, you should do it this way. Oh, Robin Hood, they're great little puppies. I love them. I've always been a big dog dude, but these little shitheads grew on me so fast. They're some of the cutest little shitheads I've ever met. That's a good one too, K-Star we could use. Also, too, we're not at the record yet. We're getting there. We need to find out what the longest one is. I want to break the record. It's 3 hours and something minutes. Wait a minute. I could check this. I got a computer. Yeah, I know. I could have thought of that like an hour and a half ago. But guess what? Just being realistic and honest. I can go to the YouTube and I can see what the longest live stream was because we're breaking the record tonight. Inadvertently, didn't mean to, but we're going to. Let's talk weed though. Someone asked me a weed question. Test my brain on something. Or to be fair, you could ask me questions about other things. I mean, whatever you'd like. You, the weed titty people, the pot squatch crows army, may ask me whatever you want. They're pretty hot blooded. It doesn't get that cold here, to be fair. They like cuddling. They're big cuddlers, but they're at the same time, I think they're pretty hairy, so. We can case style, that is right. I'm logging into my wife's laptop now to search the longest live stream of pot squatch crawlers. Okay. A second. Okay. So, see, I've gone to the channel now through my wife's YouTube. Live now, it says. All right. So we're going to have to scroll down through these videos and watch. Hey, it's okay. Moggy, go away. I'm doing this show. It's okay, buddy. Don't worry. Fuck off. 1 second, buddy. Okay. Longest live stream was 3 hours and something. I just don't remember how long ago it happened. Sorry, everybody. 3 hours is, oh my God. We found it. It's 3 hours and 16 minutes and 6 seconds. We're at 2 hours, 57 minutes, 43, 44, 45, 46. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Seconds. Okay, we got to do this shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get real because we got some time left. We're breaking a record. I'm sick and I've been making the store and doing things. And I somehow am here and I'm saying, yes, let's do it. All right. I call them poopers, Liam. Mogwai and Black Betty. All right, so everybody, let's play a game. It's called Ask Some Questions About Growing Weed Titties, and I'll answer them. Texas Pete, if you got the room to grow them out, I would say grow them out considerably before you begin to train, then prune, then train, do your thing. So I would say mid-train, mid-train, as in the train of their life, in the terms of the veg window, then train. So mid-train, train. Growing in a swamp, what you think? Don't actually know how that would work. I would hope that if I ever had the chance to try, I would do a good job. I'd do my best, and I'd love to maybe one day try to do it. I say it's definitely possible with the right controls. Liam killed you. Best way to treat nitrogen toxicity is really just crazy flushing and also letting it work itself out. Hit it hard in a few couple days, and then let it work itself out. Like if you're just having some serious hook leaves and shit, okay. Um, just be very aware if you're using a three-part system. Stop using the grow. Then, like reduce your nitrogen components as much as you can in terms of your intermix on your feed, and keep going from there. I don't even understand what mangroves and Hessian sacks means, to be honest, Liam. But that sounds awesome. Boobers, it's okay. Shh. How many drain holes did you use in your 5 gallon buckets? I used an 1/8 inch drill bit. It's okay, but you need to be quiet, please. And then I drilled like a fuckload of them. I can even show you one of the buckets. I got them in the back. Stay, puppies, stay. They want love, and I'll give them love. But we gotta finish the show first. So we're going for the record. Kids, we're going for the record. We're going for the record. All right, so we're now in the den that is going to become the office that I create for the shipping and packaging of all of our shop orders. Oh no, Jim, put them in the shed. Damn it. Okay, I thought they were still there. My wife put them in one of the sheds. All right, so okay, let me think. Like 28 to 42. I would space them so I'd go around the outside. I could do it real quick. My wife freaked out the first time she moved in. She saw me do it. I was like, had a few beers. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to drill them. My buckets, get ready. I'm like, so there's usually about 3 rings. And then I put like 3 or 4 in the middle. 1/8 inch drill bit. Case Steyr, there is no one easiest strain. There are strains that are easier to grow. Something that I've always recommended, at least in this part of the world, and something that is available or was back in the day, that I always found a very easy thing to work with that had great results. Northern Lights was always a really true Northern Lights is a very hardcore, strong ass, badass mama. Well, my soil has cocoa blend in it. And once I've liked it, but I won't lie to you, part of me might not use this the next time. I might get rid of the small percentage, 10 or 20% cocoa in there, because I don't like the having to treat for thrips. I don't like that. That's my main thing. That's my main thing I don't like about cocoa. I'm just staring at the dogs because he's cleaning his sister's ear and it tripped me out. He's a good brother. So when am I going to use Text Pete? I don't know yet. I'm working on that. I'll figure it out at a later time. Okay. Cigarettes will help stretch the time to go for the thing. Yeah, well, no, yeah, kind of more of a just removing the 10 or 20% cocoa in the blend. That's what I've been buying for the bricks, but I can get other bricks that don't have that in it. So, like the soil bricks at the agricultural stove. JD, what's your favorite strain? I don't have a favorite strain. That's a question that comes along on the channel a lot. But my favorite species is indica. I'm an indica man. That's my jam. But when I was younger, one of my favorite strains that we had back in the day was the Chush. We call it Chush because like every time there these Chinese growers who grew it, and we are like, what is it? They're like, Kush. Okay, cool. Like, what is it? Kush. I was like, okay. And it was this weird, spicy, exotic, amazing Kush, though. They were Chinese, so we just called it the Chush. We're like, all right, it's the Chush. It was amazing, though. And it was consistent for like 3 or 4 years. What the hell is that supposed to mean, Corey Belaski? The Robin comment. Oh, I feel you on the smell, but that's a sativa, man. I hate sativas. I'm an indica man. Paul Wall, I would love to try to find the chush, or maybe one day recreate it. It would be a blind recreation, but I remember the smell and the taste. I could find that. We might even have to go like the old school show, Strain Hunters, and go around the world and find a land race that we had smell elements and collect them and put them in together. But we could do that. We could recreate the chush. The mission to recreate the chush, the documentary film that'll take 1 to maybe 80 years. That was me being like 102 and dying, finally creating the chush. Well, Richard Hannaby, they're basically selling hemp, but that's still good though. At least you got something, and CBD is a legitimate thing, and it's a step in the right direction. Because the UK people should be upset because your country produces the most cannabis and chips in the world than any other country, but yet your people it's super legal for. I'd be getting mad at my government about that. Check it out, Google it. Not wrong. It freaked me out when I learned that too. I was like, what? Case Steyer, sativas just don't agree with me. I like an old school cheese, maybe, but most sativas make me really anxious, and I don't like them. I've always been an indica person. I'm a pain patient who lives in a continuous migraine. I'm just an indica guy, and sativas just do not make me feel good. Yeah, a portable AC, unless it has a way to vent it out, it's actually just going to heat up your environment. Turn it off, Corey. Um, you could do a long-term ducking up to something and just even get like a cheap, super long plastic one. Get a bunch of them, duct tape it together, Canadian style, getting real. But you need to find a way to reduce that heat. We could do a call, Corey, if you want. Add me on some so I can call you. Go to the Facebook group or the Instagram, and then I'll brainstorm with you of how we could try to fix it for you. Hashtag boom. Um, to be honest, I was a blunt guy when I was younger, but you know, as I'm aging, I find smoking blunt's a little heavy sometimes. Could be the cigarettes, to be fair. I'm sick right now too. This is not just a smoker's cough for those just tuning in, but I miss old school blunts. I can still buy a pom pom and do it, and I do that occasionally, and that's nice. I still like the pom pom blunt. That's what I grew up doing before the blunt wraps existed. We would get a pom pom and we'd splice your pom pom and smoke your pom pom. But for joints really. That's why I'm releasing rolling papers before I release blunts. I'll release blunts maybe eventually too, but no, yeah. Pom Pom cigar, man, it's a Canadian fucking thing, man. They're little cigars. You just Get your pound. Fucking split that shit, man. That's old school blunt, man. Dude, that's Canadian things. Back in the day, man, you get a whole box of pom poms. You could buy 100 pom poms in a box, old cigar box. Then you just roll them all into blunts. And you have 100 blunts in a box. That was my high school right there. No, kind of a small, medium cigar. No filter or anything. I'm personally not. Puppies, you're having a temper tantrum, and that's not allowed. Stop being silly and dumb. I love you, but stop being silly. Sorry, everybody. Puppies are being dumb. All right. So wait, autoflowers. It's probably one of the most commonly asked questions on the channel. I don't grow autos myself. The only autoflowering cannabis typically I would have said in the past that I would have had room for in my genetic stores was Landrace ruderalis. I have some students. I have a lot of friends. People are breeding their autoflowers. They want to send it to me for me to try out. So I have a great understanding of the genetics. So I think I'm going to change my rule and I will fuck around with them a bit for people because people are asking and people who are developing them are like, can you check them? And they're like, pot squatches. And I'm like, okay, fine. Maybe I need to change where I'm at and I'll fuck around with some of that for you too. But for me personally, in terms of what I normally grow for my crop, I grow photos because typically and truthfully, autos will never be as strong as their parent genetics were. So, but yeah, that's the thing, man. Do it up. 1 second. Puppies! One second. I think they just want some dinner. I'll give them some dinner. But we can still talk about weed when I feed the puppies. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so has everyone checked out the Facebook group yet? We have a Facebook community thingy now. The Pot Squatch Growers Community on Facebook. I made that the other night. One second, just getting dog food. All right, I'm back. Robin Hoodley, I'm not actually a very good knowledge base in terms of seed bank of which one's this or that, just because like most of my genetics have always come into my possession through people in my local community of life. But I hear good things from a lot of my friends from GYO Seed Bank. And if anyone else has any recommendations other than that, feel free to share those. I don't know how that works, but I will always do my best to be helpful. That's all right, Texas Pete. I'm also launching us a website where we can kind of have a community. I'm hoping to. I don't actually know how to do that, but I'm trying to figure it out. But I've lost my drink. Bear with me, everybody. I found my drink. Whew. Crisis averted. I use Green Planet nutrients. I'm a big fan of them. I started using them recently because I couldn't use G&H anymore. I used when I needed to go with a synthetic nut. I went with G&H for years. It was always old fashioned, worked for me for decades. And but then after a while, it gets owned by an asshole. It's super salt based anyway. So I switched over to Green Planet. I've been so ever happy since my switch. It's okay, Corey Blasky. I used to use them too, but it's owned by an asshole who's trying to control marijuana and be a dickhead. So that, and they're also super salt based. Fox Farm or soil is not bad. Or you're talking, or you're talking about their newts. I've never used their newts. I find their soil very hot. I like Green Planet. Green Planet's my shit, man. Maybe I'll try it one time, Michael Burton. I'm going to try to get our Green Planet on the store. I got to find out, though, what the rules are on, like, can I ship nutrients, for example, around the world? I know all the hats, t-shirts, and lights we can do. I know that. It's just going to take a little bit of research on my part to figure that out, but we'll work on it. Hashtag boom. And everyone, I believe the record was 3 hours, 16 minutes, and 6 seconds. We are now at 3 hours, 16 minutes, and 46 seconds. Congratulations, everybody. We have set a new record for the longest ever live stream on Pot Squatch Growers. I am still under the weather. I'm not sure how we got here somehow, but yet we are here and we have done it. The longest ever live stream of Pot Squatch Growers. And also doing this new record days before our store launches and our lights launch. Well, hashtag boom. I won't chug it, but maybe I'll smoke a joint. I left my lighter outside again. God damn it. Don't worry, Corey. In time, all can happen. The world's a magical place. Going outside to find my lighter now. Ah, shit. Oh, I know, or if you, I don't know if it's Canuck Grower or Mr. Canucks Grow, or they both seem to be really into autos. I'm not really an auto guy myself, but one of these days, maybe I'll grow one for all of you, but it's not my thing. I know. Now we're going like into new record moments. We're at 3:18, 39, 40, 41, 40. Don't do that. Excuse me. But we set a new record, my pot squatches. Oh, buddy. I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. One day, yes. Maybe not now. Richard Hannaby is like, No, I would agree, Liam. Yeah. But you know what? We set a new record tonight, and I'm sick too. So I'm proud of that. Text Pete, that means they had been wrongfully bred with autogenetics at some point. There's a lot of people slanging seeds. You get their packages. It looks sexy. It's all this, but it's like they have not cubed it. They haven't stabilized the strain. It's a bunch of bullshit. So, no, doesn't make sense, Text Pete. I don't think so. Oh yeah, no, I feel you, Text Pete. Smoke some shishka berry right now. Definitely lighter than the hash plant. Oh, 1,001 things can trigger, foxtailing. But foxtailing is, again, everyone's got to remember, marijuana, even with the same 10 or 20 seeds from the same batch of seeds, is so diverse in terms of its phenotype abilities, all right? Even if it's all from the same weed titty bud, all right? So the fact is, you can have intricate, nuanced differences in those same weed titty plants from that one bud of seeds, right? Than if you're growing something else. So you got to remember, we're not educating ourselves on like rules of thumb of this is what this is. No, 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 no. We're understanding what everything could be or what it is and learning to assess and understand the nuanced genetics of each plant we come across and just dancing with it. And that's where the best weed titty comes from. How you become a good weed titty farmer is that you learn plant psychology and learn to dance to your plant. Make it sexy, make it fuck yes, and make it go hashtag boom and love it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Richard Hanneby, it's sad when that happens sometimes, but it's all right. There's a lot of genetics I've lost over the years too that I should have not lost, but it's all right. It's gonna be okay. We keep standing, we keep fighting, baby. Oh hell yeah, Michael Burton. Like I mean, regular usage of that technique definitely is a very helpful thing, and it's a stupid trick, but it works. You know what I'm saying? So sorry everybody, I'm rolling a joint. Lutz Choey on Instagram. It's Pot Squatch Growers. Definitely on the Instagram though. Pot Squatch Growers. Corey, is today Saturday? It is. I live in a weird world now. Trying to get the company going, doing everything. I'm like, I don't even know what day it is half the time. What I do know is like my hats should be showing up any day now. To add to these, the first stock for the store, the shirts and the grinders are right there. mean, Srill Howex, I lived in a legal time too, but doesn't mean we went to autos. But that's just me being me. Mannequin, the light should launch mid next week. End of next week for the landing page for all of that. We've been talking about it through the thing. It's also the longest live stream Mannequin we've ever done. But yeah, next week, man. Fuck yeah. Squatchy lights are ready to go, baby. 79 wild. I don't understand what that means. Of course I do, Liam. What they're doing is at the end, if you super chill your plants and shock your plants, all right. This is what the technique we're doing there is. Okay. Um, it can create crazy cool colors. Okay. But okay, the ice root thing, you can do that, but why would you do that? You don't shock your root systems, you shock the rest of the plant with cold. So I prefer to crank my ACs in the darkness and I super chill my weed titty plants that way. Ice and doing it that way is definitely the way to do it. But for me personally, in my styles, typically I won't do that because I've got ACs in my shit. So I just fucking super chill my shit. And that's how I do it. Finish that shit. You know what I'm saying? Sweet dreams, text Pete. Say hello to your son for me. Say hello to your awesome gun collection for me. And have a great day at work tomorrow, my friend. Keep it sexy. Thank you for participating in the longest live stream the Posquatch Growers Army has ever done. We did it, motherfuckers! Woo! Somehow I'm still here. I love it. Maybe grain liquor works. Organic blueberries and ginger ale. Spit it. What are you eating? Sorry, everybody. Ugh, puppies. Oh, the title says a wee little show. Oh my god, because that's the funny part though, is I literally meant it was gonna be a wee little show for this live stream. That's what I meant. It was gonna be a wee little show. Just a wee little show. I mean, I'm under the weather and I've been working a lot trying to get things going. So, but like I haven't done any live streams much, so I should come say hi to everybody. I should come say hi. And then this happened. Liam killed you. I've personally never had that happen. I've seen a lot of weird things, but I've never personally had that one happen. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I haven't had that one happen. That does sound insane. It sounds very intense in terms of like, man, wait, two root lifts? What's happening? Conjoined twins, the weed chitty plant. Will it live? We will find out. Man, this is intense. No, seriously, totally Siamese weed chitty plants. We've done the longest Posquatch Growers live stream ever, everyone. This is awesome. I'm very fucking proud of us. That's called a hashtag, boo. So, everyone, I think I'm going to go. But before I go, I'm going to say I love all you. And the store and the lights, it's all launching in a matter of half week to week. It's all coming together. I'm struggling to figure out how to set up all this live while radio thing. Is that live? This is live, Kamagra Kamal. Yes, it is. It is live. Nice to see you. I like your emoticon. I'm trying to figure out the platform of setting up the store and confused about like the shipping things, the settings, this, that. So there's a lot of shit I'm trying to figure out. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little out of my element. Great at figuring out the products, but it's coming through, my friends. It's gonna be sexy. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Kamagra Kamal, and I'm happy it helped you. I'm enjoying that you're doing well, and I'm very happy. I love you, everybody. Dude, Kentucky, I want some chicken, man. Thanks for tuning in, Bobby Barnes in Kentucky. Longest live stream ever. I'm tired now, but I'm gonna go until I'm gonna try to like end it where it's like 3 minutes 30 or 3 hours 33 minutes 33 seconds. I'm gonna try to exit at that. Okay, we're still like a minute and a half, so fuck. I won't get it, but I'm gonna try to see how close we can get it. It's a game. But everyone, I can't wait to launch everything for you, and shirts are in. Grinders is in, hats is the next day till papers are in, so it's gonna be sexy. We got a Facebook group now till Pot Squatch Growers Community. Check it out. It's a spot for the Pot Squatches. Much love, Corey Pulaski. Keep it sexy, baby. Okay, so we're slowly approaching 3 minutes. If I can get 3 minutes or 3 hours and 33 minutes, I'll be happy with that. Triple three, baby. Uncle Pot Squash loves you. Keep it sexy. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Be an asshole, but don't be an asshole. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to learn. And the fact of the matter is if there's one thing we've learned through this community, it doesn't matter what your color is or your bullshit is, who you want to love, or any of that crap, which superstition you want to have butt sex with. We're all pot squatches. Okay? We're all human fucking beings. And our differences make us interesting and fun. So stop getting freaked out by that. And let's just have a good fucking time. And stand together, because we can. So rock and roll, motherfuckers. Uncle Pot Squatch loves you. Keep it sexy, bitches. I love ya. Stores and lights launch soon. Doot, doot, doot.